Hey! Aw, yeah! welcome, all of our dear and beloved friends. We are gathered here today for the season finale of Little Busters. Oh my gosh! And according to Britt, we've been playing this game for 7 months. 7 months. That's crazy. That's really crazy. I'm proud of all of you. Y'all amazing. And big shout out to everybody here that has been hanging out with us through both seasons. We would not be here if it wasn't for your wonderful support. So thank you. We're going to go ahead and kick off some of those fancy things that I'm supposed to read real quick, which everything minimized on me, like it does, because I'm always ready. And here we go, the official thing. Welcome, everybody, to Encounter Roleplay. Hello to everybody watching live on Twitch, and if you're watching on YouTube, be sure to join us for the live show, which is every Wednesday here at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Today is the final episode of our Tales from the Loop game, Little Busters. We're going to go around to the cast and do some quick intros. Please let everybody know who you are and who you're playing. And while I would love to chat a little more, we're going to skip the question and save it for the end because we want to dive right into this. So, Britt, we'll start with you.
Wait, what? You never start with me. I'm still trying to adjust my hat. I'm Britt. I'm Atomic Arbird. I play Ashley, the jock, who, it's whatever.
Perfect. Next. Let's go. Chop, chop.
Sorry. Who's next?
You.
Oh. Hi, that was the end of the bit, I guess. Hi, I'm Michael. I play Silas. I'm a weirdo. Fucking the end. What do you want?
Yes. Continue. Move on. Jeez. Next. We'll one day actually be able to do this the right way. Jules.
Yo, I'm Jules. Super
we just go up here.
See, now you interrupted me. So,
yeah.
I'm playing Ritter Dalka, who is the rocker. That's it. He's totally normal and everything's great. We're going to do great, guys.
Cool.
What's up, Nat?
I'm picking up. I'm trying to pick it up. Hi, my name is Natalie. I'm playing Darcy Ghost Girl Brown, because there we go. Her actual name is, I have it written on my character sheets. Also a weirdo. I'm also apologizing for squeak noises in the background, because that's my dog who got a new toy today. So prepare for doggo.
We stand doggo, though. That's totally okay. My name is Gnome. I DM the game. Really excited. Before we begin today's show, though, I'd like to remind you all that we are sponsored by Fantasy Grounds, our virtual tabletop of choice. All of the beautiful maps and rules you see tonight are using Fantasy Grounds, which you can try for free at fantasygrounds.com. You can also get all of your miniatures from Wayland Games. Go to waylandgames.co.uk and get yourself a huge range of D&D, Warhammer, and 40k minis for 20% off. This week, I hope this is up to date, by the way. I could be super wrong on it, but check out our sponsor, Tabletop Loot, who sell incredible dice. And when we hit 20 retweets, we may be giving away a set of dice. If not, I have a set and we'll give it away. It's fine. ! Tweet. You can also support the show by obviously also retweeting. Excuse me. The tweet with ! Tweet. And finally, I'd like to remind you how you can interact with today's game. You can donate to impact the game by giving players natural ones, natural 20s, wild magic surges, and this month's special Table of Pets. Now, we don't have natural ones and we don't have natural 20s in Tales from the Loop. All we do is roll d6s and hope that they get 1 6 out of all of the d6s that they can roll. So you can give them a success or make them fail. Make them fail. No. Yeah.
Please no.
And if there's a moment that you love during the show, please remember to clip it because we will be using them in highlight reels here and on Twitter. So without further ado, let's pick up where we started. Well, left off 3 weeks ago? I think it was 3 weeks ago. Ooh. Does anybody want to recap? Oh, look at that!
All right.
Okay.
All right. I would
right.
love to hear
You
your
know
He
he's
knows
gonna
he's
use
gonna
that.
need it.
I am gonna need it.
I'm not.
All right,
no.
the insta success is yours. Please go ahead.
Awesome. If I remember correctly, that episode opened up with everyone talking with my mother, Cece, correct? Okay. Just want to make sure I'm on the right path. It took us some time to convince her, but eventually she did come on our side. I think she was a little perturbed by Sarah. But otherwise, she was on board into helping us either infiltrate Rick Synergy or with our little heist that we have planned for the police station. After that, we had kind of a bit of a montage where everyone focused on particular things that their character wanted to work on. Correct? All right. I believe Darcy worked on their sneaky McSneak skills.
Yeah, breaking into rooms. It was great.
Exactly. And I think weren't you also trying to like summon things with,
Summon
Yeah,
Mr.
chicken
Blink
bone.
specifically.
right?
Mhm.
Trying to summon Mr. Blank. That failed horribly. Ashley, you managed to convince another student to give you their box of chocolate so you could sell it at the police station. And Silas worked on his batting skills, and that kind of de-evolved into anxiety and therapy talk with Ashley. Ritter failed trying to tweak Sal a bit. And decided to tamper with some sound frequencies with the Derek core left at the bunker. After that, everyone had a lovely D&D session, which you guys can check out on Encounter Roleplay, the VOD, on YouTube. And then we all went to the police station. My mother... she kind of, she headed the whole situation by dragging me by the arm and slapped down an enormous amount of weed, screaming and causing a disturbance with one police officer. Ashley came in with the chocolate, distracted the other police officer, and Darcy and Silas proceeded into Chief Officer McDonald's office, I believe, where a number of things were found. There was I believe an FBI letter talking about a terrorist group named Cohesion and that Daquan was involved. Silas found information about a Helena Kristoff, if I remember. Didn't make the connection there, but then lo and behold, Silas saw a photo of what looked to be his mother, alongside Officer McDonald and another Professor Rose, right? So that happened.
You're good. Your memory's good.
And I think that's kind of where we stopped, right? Or did something?
Yeah,
else
I'm just
happen
remembering there was a
after
code. There was a code somewhere, and I have a photo of it, and I need to find that photo.
Oh, I think I took notes.
Yes,
I took notes. It was on a piece of. It was on the picture Darcy normally draws. I'm trying to find that.
nice.
That's my
Yes,
note.
Darcy was incredibly successful with her investigation check and was able to recognize that there was a code of numbers on the on Chief McDonald's telephone, and so that code number was 7673.
that. Darcy found that.
Perfect. Thank you.
Darcy found that. Yeah. So great job on the recap. You nailed it. Hit all the major points. I believe Ritter, you are still in the main intake area with your mom and 2 police officers. Two of them. Oh, there's 3 total in the room. One of them is rummaging through Ashley's box of candy, looking for the good stuff, and the other 2, one is starting to actually process you, and the other is just kind of like standing around, near, just really amused at your mom just going off.
Right. I think Ritter's kind of like, he's tried to like hang his head down a little bit, and he's letting the yelling, go. I think Cece had calmed down slightly by this point, or she's still like full rage mode.
Oh, she is a firecracker.
That's fine.
Making sure that intentionally interrupting the officer to she's playing a game, and she is good at this game. So this process has taken way longer than it needed to. So your friends are getting some time.
I remember also Ritter had told Sarah to stay in the car up until about the 20-minute mark, and then Ritter told Sarah to cut the power. I'm assuming Ritter's been watching the clock anxiously.
Yep. There's a big digital clock. You probably have about 10 minutes left before she'll start cutting the power.
Okay. He does not know how long Silas and Darcy are going to take. He kind of gives Ashley like a brief glance, nothing too substantial. And then he kind of looks over to his mom. And he's like, "Dude, Mom, I know that this is super important."
Do not call me dude. I am your mother, not a dude.
Right? But did you forget that we ordered pizza, and pizza's gonna be coming to the house? It's gonna be kind of rude to not give Pizza Man stuff. And I think, if I remember correctly, pizza was the code word to get out as well.
That was it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds right.
But he's trying to say this loud enough, hoping that people down the hall hear.
Okay, because we're talking different toppings for the go ahead and stuff like that too. So yeah, no. Yes.
Yeah.
I remember now.
Oh, dude,
Just
you're getting pizza tonight? I like pizza. Pizza's real good. But also
pizza.
chocolate.
I mean, yeah. Mom, do you want chocolate? It's trying to distract her at this point.
She's mad. No wonder why all you want to do is talk about food, because you're smoking all of this. And just starts going off on she should have seen the signs that you were doing drugs, and just going off.
I'm gonna look towards that other police officer, the third one that's not actively involved. Are they kind of staying put?
Yeah, he's just kind of sitting on the corner of the desk, arms folded over his chest, just kind of watching, amused.
Okay. And he's like, "But Mom, pizza is super important because you never make dinner anymore. And I'd like dinner." He's trying to spin it back to get her to yell about pizza so that the others can hear.
That's exactly what she's gonna do. You want to sit here and tell me about making dinner when all you want is pizza? And that carries. Her voice just carries right now. She is in hardcore mom mode. And you should, if you are paying attention, able to hear the very loud word of pizza. Ashley obviously can already hear it. She's there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just waiting to book it until they book it, because I'm still on, team distract. So.
All right, so we will switch on over to Silas and Darcy. What are you two up to? You have this code now. You have a lot of information.
Yeah. Okay. So this is probably for a room, but where do we think the room is?
I don't know. Did we hear something about danger in the basement, or it was at the high school? Or I'm sorry. I
Are you okay, Silas?
what?
You've been strange with all of the information we found.
It's whatever. We can talk about it later. We need to find where the code goes and this Helena Christoph person.
Okay, well, right. I don't see a door in here, so does that mean there's another one somewhere with a padlock code thing? Do we need to go back into the hallway? And
I think that is best. If Cece is saying what I think she is saying, we are out of time.
oh, okay. Well, yeah, we've got an idea. We did our recon, so let's regroup and I guess come up with another plan.
You lead the way.
Okay. And we're gonna go really, really carefully out the door we came in.
Okay.
no.
Please go ahead and roll. So you're heading back out, right?
Oh well, okay.
Into the hallway.
Is there a window in this room?
Yeah, there's windows.
How?
Do they look like they can get? Yeah, how high can they be opened by a couple of kids?
I mean, it's every like police building is kind of different. It's a little high up. It's one of those rectangular and kind of high towards the ceiling.
Of course it is. Thank you.
Step on a chair or something.
Right.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thanks, no. Yeah, definitely something we can totally. Well, okay, so we got two options. We either go out the door or we go out the window. And the windows, I'm really short.
That is a fair point and well made. Me in real life don't like either of these options, but oh god, I don't know if we have the cover to go out the front. Was there when we were snooping this hall? Was there like a back door to the police station?
Not a back door, but in the hallway that you were in, there were definitely a couple other door options.
Okay, let's go test doors.
Honestly.
So let's go to the hallway and find another way out. There's gotta be
back in the hall, investigate a way out.
Yeah. What could go wrong?
So you guys are kind of walking very quietly down the hallway, and there's a men's washroom, women's washroom, a couple other offices. Some of the doors are locked, but one does kind of stick out to you though. There is a sign that says employees only, and there is an ornate rose carved above it.
Oh no.
Well, that changes things.
That's Sal in the background.
Silas exchanges a look with Darcy really quickly, like, "Oh shit, should we? Oh, I think we probably have to." I think you're muted.
Yeah, I was muted. Let's try. And I'm gonna go for the door. Is it locked?
The door is locked, but there is a number pad.
Padlock? Yes!
Next
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Darcy goes ahead and inputs 7673.
You hear like a little beep beep.
And like seems like it worked maybe?
Do you open the door?
Yes.
Oh, god damn it.
Yeah, no, the handle goes down all the way, and you're able to push the door open. It is a dark staircase heading downstairs.
Silas turns on his wrist flashlight and just goes, Darcy, I don't know where this leads, but are you up for this?
We gotta do it. I mean, I wish we could get the others over here, but let's just see what we can figure out, and then we can come back if we have to. But let's try.
I really don't want to split the party.
I know, weren't we supposed to learn that from D&D?
That was like the one thing we were supposed to learn.
I feel like that was the one rule.
And Ashley's just thinking this while staring in the camera. Like she's in the office.
Hold on, I have a brilliant idea. How? This is going to sound like a very dumb question, but would a person who is far shorter than both of us be able to sneak back out relatively undisturbed?
That's left up to the rolls.
Because I would love to, because I still have Darcy's backpack, and I would love to take Sal out and just look at him and go, Sal, look, I know we've had our differences, but I need you to do something for me, okay?
Okay, friend.
I need you to sneak. Do you remember sneak? You go very quiet and very slowly back to the front and tell Ashley and Ritter where we've gone.
But wait till they're not with other people. Like, Ritter's mom is fine, but don't say anything in front of the cops, because that would be bad.
Okay.
Sal, we're off on the wrong foot already. I just need you to take that and bring it down a couple notches, okay?
Okay.
Very good. I pat him on his little radio. I pat him on his little radio head and send him on his way.
God.
Oh, geez,
All right.
poor baby.
I know, what are you doing to our child? I'm
so excited for our child.
rolling. I'm actually rolling.
Oh, son, please.
Oh, don't do that.
You put our son in danger.
Not my Sal. I swear to God, if anything happens to my child, my pet, my love.
Okay.
My love of a robot.
So while Sal is heading out towards the main area, what Silas and Darcy are you doing in the meantime as he's slowly trying to click, walk?
I think we have to just go down the stairs, huh?
Yep.
Okay. They'll catch up.
That'll be fine. Maybe we should have given Sal the code.
Oh, that was probably... yeah, I'm sure he remembers. Let's go.
Just leave the door open ajar. It's fine.
Yeah, I wedge it.
Actually, so Darcy, I'll take out a scrap of paper from my notebook and like crumple it, like fold it so it's really thick, and then just kind of leave it right where the door, so the door mostly closes, but it wedges in between there, so it doesn't fully close.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very smart. Very smart.
Using my notepad.
We'll come back to you both in a moment. Sal is making his way through the hallway and does one of those Scooby-Doo peeks around the corner to just try to get a visual as to where everybody's positioning is. Ritter and Ashley, I'd like you to make an investigate check, like it's a perception.
1 success.
Ah! One success.
Both of you just happen to notice Sal's little head peeking around the corner.
I flinch and then meet eyes with Ritter.
I think Ritter kind of sees that. Cece's still yelling, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
like, no, that's not how you spell our name. Like, it's just like making up a bunch of shit too. Like,
Mom,
yeah, it's
you know, while you ruined my life and everything, I really need to take a leak. Can I like go to the bathroom? Is that illegal?
And she like stops for a moment and like gives you kind of a little confused glance, but like a trusting nod. And she looks to the officer that's been just kind of giggling the whole time and just like shoots her eyes over at him and is like, "You take my son to the bathroom."
No, I can just tell me where it is. I can go by myself. I'm like practically an adult. He gets up.
Are there any officers, sir, back there that I could try to sell chocolate to?
No, it's just us tonight. Everybody else is out on calls. Yeah. Come with me, kid. You're being booked. We can't let you just walk around. Bathroom's this way.
He looks over briefly to Sal, and I think like as the officer kind of turns away from Ashley, he kind of goes, "Hide," to Sal.
I rolled a 6 on my first roll. Sal catches you saying hide and looks around real quick and sees that there's a garbage can and just like climbs into the garbage can and makes himself as small as possible and pops his head off so that he can kind of hide his body. So there's still wires connected, but he's just kind of like, now it just looks like a broken radio in the trash can. Can't really see the rest of his mishmashed body. I can't believe that. Wow.
So, well, I mean, you know, officer, I'm not really supposed to let you sample the wares of the chocolate, but you know, I guess it wouldn't be illegal if I just, you know, turned my back. You know what? Why don't I walk the weird kid to the bathroom while you totally don't take a couple bites of some of the chocolate bars and then decide which ones you want?
You need to roll me a charm.
No. I don't think I've ever rolled a charm.
Oh, no.
This isn't bad. Oh, okay. But I got 0 successes out of 6 dice.
Oh wow.
It's all right. It's all right.
I think.
Yeah.
Wait.
Ooh.
My pride.
Oh.
I don't know if I've ever checked my pride. Can I check my pride?
What is your pride?
It was something about adults listen when I talk because they take sports seriously. Something like that. People listen when I talk. Something.
Yes!
Oh my God!
Absolutely. You can check your pride. An
don't even know
amazing
what that
mechanic
means.
in this game.
Should I roll again? Is that what that means?
You know, it is an automatic success.
I'm gonna cry.
Yes!
You have managed to persuade this gentleman who's been like, he only has like maybe $3 in cash, so he's been trying to like figure out which particular candy bar he wants, and he's like that. Yeah, the bathroom's down the corner, right over there. Yeah, that's fine.
Cool. I'll keep an eye on him. I think I know him from school or something. I could beat him up, don't worry. Although I wouldn't in a police station, obviously. Because that's probably illegal.
Totally
Okay, bye.
legal.
Yeah, pretty
All
much.
right, come on, weirdo.
And he just like, as soon as you walk away, he grabs like a Hershey's bar, just unwraps it, takes a bite out of it, and like, oh, I hate being on a diet.
Wow.
Mood.
I think as they kind of pass by, Ritter will kind of pause in front of the broken radio, and then he'll say, "Good job, Sal. Don't need to hide anymore. Come on. Where'd they go?"
Okay. And it's just like this weird static, and he just kind of like flips his head over the side, so his head is like now pulling his body like it was like a weight being roped over, so the rest of his body is now being like pulled over the edge of the trash can until he hits to the ground, and then he picks his head back up and just kind of like stuffs it back onto the joint. This way, and he'll lead you to the door.
Okay.
At this point, you probably have about 3 minutes until power will be cut.
Well, shit.
We're not gonna have much time at this point. Did they really go down here? And his hand kind of like brushes over like the carving briefly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you notice the rose carving on the door that says employees only.
Shit.
I can't
And,
believe that worked.
I can open it, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Is it dark down there?
As you open the door, we'll go ahead and switch back over to Silas and Darcy, because it's been a couple of minutes. They have had some time to figure out what's down in the basement. So, as the two of you walk with the light of Silas's watch,
Yeah, thank God.
this right? It's so nice to have. Who would have thought a flashlight would really just come in handy so often?
Honestly, yeah.
Best gift
Right?
ever. Best gift.
There is now your light almost isn't necessary once you get closer to the bottom and the room kind of opens up. It's very dimly lit down there with bright yellow Rick Synergy panels, very similar to how the setup of the hidden room at the bottom of the school was. So they are large. Most of them are turned off right now. Some of them still have like images or text kind of like flashing through the screen as if they're processing something. Excuse me. And you do notice that the light is actually from this massive blue glowing crystal that is hanging from the center of the ceiling over a massive square pool that's in the middle of the room. That pool is filled with this metallic, almost mercury looking water, or fluid, really, I should say. What are you doing?
This looks similar-ish to what we found in the bunker, right? Like with the glowy thing and the pool thing.
Just like much bigger.
Yeah.
Much bigger and not like duct tape together. Like
Not broken. Got it.
this is a nice setup.
This is the classy version.
Yeah. Are there any other, like, is this the only room, or does it look like there are other doors or offshoots?
There looks like there is a couple of doors. They're all just standard doors. No labels, no nothing, no keypads or anything to them. Just doors.
Okay. Yeah. Silas, what do we do?
How many doors are there?
3.
I don't know if Sal got the message out, but perhaps we should start investigating these doors, seeing what is behind them.
Yeah, and the last time I touched that glowy thing, it wasn't so fun. So let's not try that again and maybe not touch anything that glows. Just to be safe.
can I look into the pool? Is there immediate? Can I see a bunch of horrible little slugs scootling around in it?
Yeah.
So it's so thick and so opaque that you can't really see in it. You don't even know how deep this pool goes.
Let's
But
go fishing.
occasionally, just like fish need to surface, you will see like little slug bodies every so often, just breaching the surface as if there is definitely life below.
Ugh, God.
I don't like it.
I don't either, but they seem to be contained to the pool, at least for now. They're useless without a host, so...
Yeah, those are probably the bad ones too, right? Like, they would probably already know that they're the bad ones if they're here.
Probably. So don't
Okay.
eat one.
Wasn't planning on it. Because that doesn't seem like a good idea at all.
Yes, I don't know why anyone would willingly do something like that.
Oh, the meta! I love it.
I think Silas is just gonna go for the first door.
Okay. You go ahead and you try to open it?
Yes.
Okay.
I
It opens.
lean back as I do.
Darcy kind of watches from afar.
Yeah, so the door like just kind of like creaks open a bit. There's no light, but with your flashlight you could kind of shine into it. Just looks like a storage room. There's some filing cabinets, some shelves, some like kind of equipment, maybe like a toolbox.
Can I? So it's small. I can see like the entire size of the
Yeah.
room just from the door. Okay.
Yeah.
Can I just investigate?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Oh, and I'm using my flashlight. Oh, lordy. 3 successes.
Hey, I thought you were going to say none.
That's what I was
Honestly,
waiting
though-
for.
I'm so used to it.
Get the good rolls out of the way now.
I'm so
Yeah.
used to it.
Okay. Are you asking questions or you want me to narrate?
I would love to ask questions. I get 2 questions.
Okay.
My first question is, what is hidden here and where is it?
So much. Nothing. Just standard equipment. The cabinets are just full of like old case files from, maybe 20 years ago. Nothing really seems to have been touched for a while. There's a lot of dust in here. Not a lot of traffic this room gets.
Okay. Okay, is there anything in here that looks like it could be used as a weapon?
Yes. You've got, again, there's a giant toolkit, so you can pick hammers, wrenches, stuff like that. A mop, if you wanted. Maybe some like bolt cutters probably are in there.
Damn.
They're police. You gotta be able to cut through chains and stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Couple pistols.
oh yeah, just like 50 pistols lying around. Yeah,
Hand grenade. I'm going to.
Totally.
I'm going to take
Grenade launcher.
for myself. I'm going to take a hammer, and I think I'm going to grab, I guess, the bolt cutters just to have,
Okay.
and
now.
pass Darcy something if she wants it.
Wrench!
Okay, and I pass her the most comically large wrench I can find.
Yeah, it's like just like 2 feet, like
Perfect.
probably weighs 30 pounds, which is more than Darcy weighs. So yeah,
Perfect.
Yeah, just so we have something.
Darcy's been lifting Sal around, you guys. She's swole. It's fine.
Darcy's fucking yoked.
Nobody would ever know, but it's great. It's fine. It's whatever. Perfect. So, right. Thanks, Silas. That worked surprisingly well. Do we want to try door number 2? Maybe.
I guess we should. If they manage to catch up, then we will have covered as much ground as possible. I don't know how long we have down here.
I don't know either. I know Sarah was supposed to cut the power at some point. Although that might just help us, especially that might just be a sign we need to get out at that point because the lights are out and maybe nobody will see us get out. But I also think that if we can find more here, and I don't know how we'd get back in here, to be honest. I don't know if we could pull this whole ruse again.
We need to find everything that we can now.
Yeah. Okay. Door number 2. Let's go.
Okay.
And
so
Darcy will just go open it. Start open.
Just go open it. Okay. So Darcy, as you go ahead to open the door, we're gonna flip back over to Ritter and Ashley coming down.
Okay.
Coming down? You open the door. Are you coming down?
I think Ritter kind of looks back towards Ashley as the door is open. He's like, power's going to get cut soon. There might be another generator down here, but like, we don't have a lot of time. So do we go further in or?
Well,
Sal looks up to you. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Well, they didn't come out when we said pizza, so I think that we just have to follow them and then hope that the power causes enough chaos that
gives us cover.
that we don't get caught.
Right. Okay. What does Sal do?
Gesundheit.
You know what? That's fine. That was in game. Ashley sneezed. Just fine.
My precious child.
Everybody's just like, stop. Silas, Darcy, you hear a sneeze.
Do we hear the gesundheit, the blessing? Because that's even better. That's mildly reassuring, actually.
Probably, yeah. I mean, it's Sal. He doesn't really know how to actually be quiet.
We taught Sal manners. This is good. This is progress.
But he does look up to you too, and it tries to like go back to like his weird, awkward whisper, and says, "Bad thing down here."
Don't worry, dude. We'll handle it.
I'm not afraid.
Okay, dude, I don't know why you're talking like that, but you can talk normal again.
Okay, great. Bad thing down here. I'll take care of it. And he just starts going down.
I think he's gonna step around Sal to get down before he does.
And I'm gonna scoop up Sal and follow.
Sal will kind of squirm from you and then just accept defeat as you guys make it down the stairs.
Guys,
Don't look so angry. I'm taking you closer to the bad thing.
Yeah, so you see Darcy and Silas again. This room that is very similar in architecture to the underground hideout that was in the school. There's the Rick Synergy panels up on the side with computers kind of running and operating, and this big blue crystal hovering over the center. And that big pool of this metallic-like fluid with occasional little bumps here and there that are definitely very clearly Derecore. And you now see Silas and Darcy about to head into door number 2.
What's behind door number 2?
What is behind door number 2? It's a hedge maze!
No! You get a hedge maze! Everybody gets a hedge maze!
damn it, Oprah.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect.
No.
Is it a raptor? Please tell me it's a raptor behind door number 2.
No, it's not a raptor. I wish.
Tried, guys.
Door number 2, though, is actually locked.
Okay.
So you go to turn the handle and can't seem to get in. Looks like you need a key.
Oh.
I think as
Does
we
that mean
try
my
it,
trick won't work?
as we try the door and it doesn't happen, I think Silas kind of spins on his heels with the flashlight and notices Ritter and Ashley behind. Oh, good. You got Sal's message.
Yeah.
Hi, guys. Hey, Sal. Good job, Sal. I'm proud of you.
Shh. Bad thing.
Oh, Sal. Good boy. Yeah. So
No.
there's one.
Bad
So-
thing. And he's like
in
pointing
there.
towards the door.
Mm.
Like the door that I'm in front of?
Yes.
Oh no.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
And Sal, there's no other bad
Um,
things in here, right?
Looks around. Bad thing.
oh.
Okay.
So maybe this door is locked for a reason. Do we want to try door number 3 before we fix door number 2?
Right, but that also means that these little dudes, and he points down at the pool, they're not bad things.
That we know of, they might be bad things.
But Sal knows what bad things are and what bad things are not.
Sal knows a very specific rule for what makes a specific thing a bad thing. We don't know if they're bad things or not, but this is not the time for that discussion. Oh my gosh.
Yes, in any case, Ritter, you may be right, but we cannot help the Derricore right this moment. We need to clear this basement.
And we can't take that chance either.
Okay, well, you guys check door number 3. I'm going to look for something to put these guys in.
What do you mean put them in?
Put them in something so we can take them back to the bunker? I mean, like, that's the whole
Why?
point. Like, we're supposed to be helping Sarah and their guys, right?
Yeah, but they can barely tell their guys apart, though. Right? That was...
Well, Sal's can figure it out. Sal,
I
you're
didn't-
sure that those are not bad things in there, right?
Bad thing. And he just points to the door. Roll me comprehend.
All of us?
All of us?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just so at least one person can get a success.
One success.
Darcy. One success.
No.
Okay, cool.
Darcy's not that pumpkin.
So those of you who rolled a success, like you've actually kind of probably knew this already because Sal never indicated that Sarah was a bad thing. She was able to come and go as she pleased. The other eel-like Derricore that you guys basically left in the little bird pool was not labeled as a bad thing either. So you kind of suspect, based off of seeing how Sal has reacted to the alien race, that the bad things are more, or he's programmed to detect the things that have been genetically modified. So the eels, the
Baby frog.
the baby frog, the frog-like thing that made Sal. Like, you kind of get these, like, that's what you kind of like click with. Like, oh wait, hang on. It's not looking for Derricore. It's looking for these genetic things.
Mm-hmm.
Ritter,
Right.
if this is what you think is right, there is a storage closet over there. Grab a weapon, and there might have been some jugs or something in there. But we need to
Okay.
move fast before Sarah cuts the power.
Yes, we have like maybe a minute and a half. And he kind of like, he
Oh.
strides over to the
That's not a lot.
strides over to the storage closet to try to find something.
Let's go behind door number 3. Darcy slides on over to that one.
Yeah, Ashley will go behind you.
Okay, that's good. I have a wrench now. Darcy literally, she looks at Ashley. She's like, I have a wrench now.
I trying to think of what I realistically would have brought. I couldn't have brought my bat because that would have looked weird, but I did have my backpack, so I feel like my hammer is in my backpack. And I pull out my hammer.
Excellent.
Would you say it's hammer time?
Oh my god, no.
Oh, fuck.
Yes.
This is the finale, but can I quit?
And we all died.
So you go ahead and head to door number 3.
No whammies, no
But
whammies,
then-
no whammies.
At that moment, though, you hear and the power is cut.
Oh, no.
So much for a minute and a half, brother.
Well,
the
he's not bad with
panels
We
that have been emitting some light dim. They completely shut off, and the light from the crystal powers down as well, and you are now left in pitch darkness for a moment.
Silas,
Silas.
flashlight.
I'm frozen.
Yes,
And Silas is trying desperately to split his flashlight attention between the door and the closet. Like, is there okay with my investigation from earlier? Were there any flashlights in that supply closet?
Yeah, totally. Like some like
Nice.
emergency supplies and stuff like that, batteries, things, of that nature.
you get a flashlight, and you get a flashlight.
We all get flashlights.
I saw Sal, so I'm just gonna shake Sal a little bit and be like, Sal, can you turn your light on?
You gotta
It's not
crack
become
him.
a flashlight.
Light bright.
No.
Shake it a little bit. There we go. Yeah, so Sal kind of tries to find a channel but can't get signal down here for good sounds. So it's just some white noise, but it allows his face to glow a little bit. So you get a little bit of that soft light from Sal.
Okay. Let's keep trying.
Yeah, is door number 3 locked?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's totally locked.
Fuck
Can't give you
me.
everything.
Mm.
Darcy,
Cool.
if you please.
Yep, let's see if this works. And I'm gonna make a tinker check. I get a +1. So
Yeah, you do, because you've done it before. Go ahead.
thank God. What do I even do with tinker? Oh my God, I forgot how bad I am at tinker. Oh God, that's all of 3 dice.
You and me both, pal.
Oh God. 1 success!
Hey.
It's not even a bonus die, it's all good.
Excellent. So, how do you open this door?
All right. Darcy puts down the wrench for a moment, leaning it on the door, leaning on the door frame. Okay. Pulls out the card that she's been using because she's had this plastic card, and that's how it was the library card or something like that she's been she's been using as her way to break in. And she takes the handle, just starts to turn it softly, and puts the card in and just starts jimmying it until finally it works.
And the only reason that it actually works, though, is because just the door is just kind of old. This type of door wasn't meant to be placed in this particular frame. So there was a wide enough gap that you were able to kind of really just kind of almost pry it open more than any
Okay.
real skilled work, but you got it.
Darcy thinks she's amazing. It's fine. She's a thief. She's learned to steal things.
Yes. So you are able to open the door. As you pull it open, a light pops on. But now a light pops on all over the place. Low, though, by all of the panels of Rick Synergy as the generator now kicks in. So the emergency power is now lit.
Oh, okay.
So this room
Didn't
is
trip
now lit. There's a little light emitting from the other locked door underneath the seam. And the storage room also has an emergency light in it as well. So you go ahead and open up this door, and it looks to be an office.
Okay,
Pretty
you've done lots of things.
standard. Standard ho-hum office. There is a computer there. There is, some papers, a filing cabinet, and on top of the desk there are some folders and some floppy disks.
Floppy disks. Sorry, I'm good. It's been a while.
Now, I need to clarify. When I say floppy disk, I mean actual floppy disk. The big ones
Oh yeah.
that flop when you shake it.
I love it.
Yeah, not the little
Oh,
hard disks.
80s. Cool. Right.
I did say
Silas?
disk. It's supposed to be floppy.
Silas, you did really good last time in the office, so maybe we should both go through this again.
Yes, that's all right.
Should I just roll investigate, or is everything out in the open and really easy to detect, and I don't need to roll dice?
Yeah.
Roll dice to see how much you can find. So roll
Some
investigate.
bitch.
Can Darcy also
Yeah.
roll?
Anybody that's in there can look around.
Artifact.
Ashley's in there too, right?
No successes for Darcy.
No successes
Ashley, you're their only hope.
on 10 dice.
I was gonna say I was at least only on 4.
What the hell?
Whoa! Good job.
Way.
And while Ashley's
Oh,
doing that,
that's great.
I'm slowly taking the strap off of my guitar off my shoulder.
Okay. So yeah, Ashley, while everybody's kind of looking around, you notice that you've actually seen this architecture before. There's a copy of the blueprint of the school that's kind of tucked in some of the papers, with a big circle around the swimming pool area.
Fuck that pool. I mean,
I don't like it either.
Yeah, okay. I don't want to go in that hole. Shit. Silas, this here. And actually, I'll just kind of thrust it at you.
Yeah, so it's just a blueprint of the school, but the pool is circled. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
It appears that either whatever bad thing was at the school was planted, or they knew that it was there at least.
Well, duh. I mean, I think that's why Mr. Blink showed that to me.
All right, Darcy, attitude, but fine.
It begins.
I learned from my dads. Anyway.
Is there anything else special that we find in this room?
Ashley, you can ask a question.
What
What is it?
Do that one where it's like, what is hidden here and where is it?
No, why don't I just let the GM narrate this one?
Wow.
Actually,
So-
I not know what questions to ask.
So I mean, Ashley, this is all you though.
Oh god.
Would you pick up one of the floppy disks? Floppies?
I mean, well, I would recognize those as the things that I'm always shoving over at other people and asking them to find stuff on.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So you can go ahead and pick one up, and there's two that are there. One is labeled school, and the other is labeled police station.
Can I just steal both of them?
Yes.
Okay. Shove it in my backpack.
All
Is
right.
there a computer that does the computer like play them, or like they probably don't have videos on them?
Well, the power's out.
No, there is a computer in there.
Yeah, and
But the
is the generator.
the generator power the computer, or is it just the emergency lights?
That's a good question. All right. You do notice a little blinking light on the computer.
Okay.
Well,
Ellen, shall we try the computer? I don't know if there's gonna be a password. I don't know if my passcode's gonna work again.
how much
I
time
don't
do you
know,
think
but we
have
won't
before
get
the-
another chance to come back down here, so we should find what we can now.
Okay. Then I'm just gonna wiggle the mouse and see if the thing turns back on and shove the floppy disk that says school into the computer.
You have to push the button to turn it on.
No, can you just let us have this, please? It's
It's
9:15.
Ashley, okay?
You have to turn the power switch on the back of the computer.
You're right. That's where the
We're
power
getting-
switch is.
We're getting real
And then
technical
you
with our
push the
1980s
button.
computers.
Okay, no. So that happens. That
the
happens. I
days.
wiggle the mouse and then I look at Silas and say, "I think this computer's broken."
Ritter, do you know how to work this?
Ritter, I thought Ritter had a computer. Ritter, do you know?
Yeah, I can.
Ritter?
I have a computer over there. Why? Did you guys need help?
Yeah, we need to turn it on.
Ritter, it's
should be
okay.
like-
Just keep doing what you're doing. We'll figure it out.
Okay, cool.
And Silas finds the power button and turns it on and moves the plot forward.
Good.
Sometimes you just have to watch them struggle. Like, just sometimes.
Sometimes. Though, quick question to interject while I'm doing my secret things in the shadows. Do I need to roll anything to get my new friends and in this jug I found?
In an empty 10-gallon water jug.
Yeah, you just happen to bring this jug with you.
Well, I found it
no,
in the storage closet.
Yeah, I mean there's a like a mop bucket. You could
Okay.
probably scoop a bunch of them into it.
Okay, cool. I'm doing that. You hear sloshing in the background.
Oh, God. Gross. So gross. So yes, the computer is now turned on, the floppy in the drive, and as it boots up, you are greeted with like a Linux-based system, we'll say, and there's just command codes that will open folders. In particular, though, because you were successful in the investigate. Which one did you put in? Did you put in school or police station?
Cool.
School? Okay. So you pop in the school one, and there are a couple files, but one file in particular stands out, especially when it just says blueprints. So you go ahead and you open that, and a whole text pops up, complete with like ASCII like art, essentially. Like the old school ASCII art. Yeah,
I've never actually heard that said out loud before, so I didn't know.
Oh, I don't know if that's that's how I say it.
And the ghosts suddenly have butts.
Yes.
So
yes.
As you're kind of all like hovering over this and just kind of reading, I'll summarize the overall plan that you have currently uncovered. It looks like, based on the information that you are reading through and some of the blueprints and images that are kind of like crudely drawn out using this old school artwork, it looks like that the school was going to be used in a massive recruitment scheme, and they were building, especially with the new reconstruction needing to go on because of the pool, they were also rebuilding the gymnasium. And it looks like there was a plan that will soon be where they have a pep rally that they host in the school and try to have all of the students and the teachers there, as well as like some family members and whatnot. Basically, anybody in the community who wants to come and celebrate at this pep rally. They were going to try to get as many people into the gymnasium as possible. And then there is a schematic where it illustrates the floor bottoming out and just dropping everybody into this massive underground regeneration pool. And that's what you've uncovered.
So, did you guys find anything cool?
Well, fuck.
Darcy.
Exactly.
Language!
Look, there's a time and a place to say fuck, and right now is clearly the time and the place to say fuck. Say fuck all you want, Darcy. Fuck, fuck, fuck. Fuck.
Thank you.
Cool.
Fuck.
So, what did you guys find?
Fuck.
The Avani are
Everyone's
we're
in
planning
trouble.
something, or still are. I don't know.
What are they
Everyone's-
planning?
We need to steal this, and it's proof.
Can we should check the other one. We should just in case there's a plan for here.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
We need to keep this. We need to figure out how to stop this. We need to but if there's something we need to know about the police station, especially if there's a way out, if it's on that one, we should find it out, and then we need to go to the school.
Ashley's
Is
like
there a pep rally?
fumbling and switching discs.
While this is happening, can I roll a retroactive empathize on Ritter's behavior?
Is there a reason why Ritter's behavior
Probably
sticks
not.
out?
The fact that he's not hanging out with us. Damn it.
He's not with us. He's not.
Oh,
no, he's
I'm
being
better
weird on his
game.
own.
Never
Y'all
mind.
super useless lately.
God damn it.
I
Never
mean,
mind.
maybe
I'm
at one
fine.
point,
Look
but
at the disc.
I don't know if we could justify that
Mm,
because he's not in the room with you.
But
okay.
he's
You
been
could certainly
answering
go find him.
Ignore me.
So what are you all doing?
Silas,
I'm
is there a pep
switching the
rally
discs.
coming up?
I don't know. I don't go to that school. Ashley,
yeah,
is there a
me
pep
neither.
rally going up?
I have no idea. I haven't been paying attention to any of the things I'm supposed to be paying attention to. Probably, I don't know. They didn't invite me. If they did, they probably, I'm doing crappy with the sports anyway. It doesn't matter. I have no idea.
But it
You
sounds
do
like
know that there is a prom usually close towards this time of year. Like in prom's usually at the end of April, isn't it? May,
Yeah.
middle of
Been a
May.
real
I have
long
no idea.
time.
Probably May
Yeah,
going
I don't
into
fucking
June.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spring dance, however.
We already had that.
The sock.
Already did that.
Oh yeah, I
Catch
guess
it
That
on
was
that's
like
like,
Valentine's.
episode 4.
That was Valentine's Day. Oh no, there was spring. Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, it's
Mm.
kind of like a spring dance. Yeah. So there's
In any case,
there
we
is
put the other disc
usually-
in.
So, and I think you guys finally hear footsteps kind of going towards the room where you guys are. So what did we find? What's going on at the school?
There is a plan in motion at the next pep rally. They are planning on forcibly exposing the students to Avani to possess them.
Can I roll a comprehend to see if whether or not I know there's going to be, if I can remember that there's a pep rally?
Yeah, no, you'd know if you're paying attention in school. Yeah. There's usually a whole pep rally for the week of leading up to prom.
I mean, like, there's this whole like thing, like jazzing people up for prom and stuff like that. Is that your pep rally?
It may be.
Yeah, I guess. I
Okay.
just want to see what's on the station thing.
Either way, we should probably get going soon.
I know.
Yeah, if we look at the police ones, we might be able to find another way out.
Mm-hmm.
Or if there's something else going on here. But yeah, then we need to get out and we need to get we gotta figure out the school.
Okay,
Okay,
yeah.
well,
So
I'll go and
I have
keep
put
watch,
in
okay?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Ritter,
Yeah.
be safe.
I mean, so far, so good in the room, right?
Right, yes.
I like scream if
Actually-
something bad happens.
Yes. Ashley, put in the disc.
It's already in. It's just doing a little loady thing.
So once it does finally load, you are once again greeted with like DOS commands of which files and how to open them. For this particular one, as you're flipping through, one of them says Rick Synergy. And of all other things are always weird when Rick Synergy is involved. So you go ahead and you open that file, and it's another similarly...
I was gonna say, just for posterity, because I never know when you're gonna throw something crazy at us. The disc with the school plans on it, I am shoving into my backpack in the inner pocket and zipping it.
Okay, cool. Sounds good. So this one is styled very similarly, and as you're kind of like reading through it, there are characters being used that you have no idea what these symbols are. Some of them you've seen before off of the Dericor's original hideout, or the Avani's original hideout with the keypad. Some of those symbols look kind of familiar, so you could guess that it's their language. And what is left in English, though, are just a couple of words, but it's the images that are kind of drawn out of this giant crystal that looks like it's powering this massive, like this even bigger circle. And you can see ships like in the next page kind of moving through this circle and appearing at a different colored circle with another large crystal that is powering it.
Are you seeing this, Silas?
Yes, I should I roll a comprehend? I'll roll a comprehend. 1 success, 2 success.
Fantastic. So just remember too that you get a +1 die when using this information in any sort of way for the future. So just mark that down. Yeah. So as you're kind of like scrolling through this, it looks like something out of some like sci-fi novel, like maybe some type of Stargate sort of thing. Stargate, that wasn't out yet. That was 90s, wasn't it? Some sort of like portal. It looks like they're moving these weird alien-like ships through this massive portal, and they are popping back up in our solar system.
They're planning an invasion.
Okay. We just take this, or we need to go?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna go pack up Sal and let's get out of here.
Okay.
I'm gonna
I
go
don't
find
know
Sal.
if
Find my
we
backpack.
can do that.
What do you mean?
There's still another door and a bad thing down here.
All right.
You're right. Okay. I can try to go unlock that. Do we want to go deal?
Yeah. You know what? Between Silas and I, we've kicked a number of these things' asses already.
Okay.
We know as much as we're gonna know. We've got weapons. We did our team building exercise.
Mm-hmm.
We've got the element of surprise and the power is out. That means we got this.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ashley, roll me a lead.
That was what I was hoping you were going to say. That.
Yeah.
That is one of my best. Yeah. 2 successes.
All right. So since this isn't a mechanic that we get to use often, we'll explain lead real quick. Make friends work together. Help them focus on a task at hand or soothe them when they are scared or confused. So you were doing the previous 2. So you get a pool of 2 dice per success. So you get a total of 4 dice that can be distributed to other kids in future scenes. Thankfully, you did not fail. So we are good there. So you as a group have 4 extra die that you can use. You can use them all at once. You could use them singularly. So you have 4 dice to distribute at any point in time.
Okay.
What are you all doing?
Well,
Actually,
Darcy's gonna
Ritter.
go- Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Ritter up there.
No, Ritter. What are you doing?
You're muted.
I did not realize I was muted this whole damn time.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I was like, as you guys were talking, I was like, man, I'm gonna open the door while you guys, because I'm already in there. Yeah, I would like to try to open the door. Ashley, can I have a dice to also help me open the door?
Did you hear my little speech?
I did hear your little speech.
Okay, then.
And actually, like I asked what you guys had found out too, but I was muted then too. So
Yeah, we thought you were really engaged.
fuck me. Yeah, it's fine. I was muted.
Yes, but just for posterity, I also take the police station disc and put it in my backpack and zip it up tightly.
Okay.
Fair enough. You now have 2 floppies.
2 floppy disks.
Can I scoop up Sal just to be on the safe side also as we go through this whole thing? I just want to.
Okay.
Yes, of
So, do I get a +1 dice to try to do what I'm doing?
Wait, are you
yeah.
trying to open the door without us?
Because I'm in the room already.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Yep, fine. Use my gift dice for danger. Do it.
Use it for evil. Fine. See if we care.
It's not evil. Gnome, this would be a force, correct?
Yes, this is a force.
Are you kidding me? Wow. Even it didn't include the extra dice.
So let's roll a d6.
Go ahead and
No. Wow.
Okay.
That makes me upset.
So when we walk into that room, you're just
I'm struggling.
near it.
I'm like, huh? Okay, this seems a lot harder than it should be. Okay.
Does your pride have something to do with doors?
No, my pride is being success in my friends.
Darcy kind of looks smug.
Snowdogs gave me something.
For Ritter?
Is it to succeed?
Is that for a success, Snow Dog?
Oh,
wait,
Oh.
no.
betrayal, Snow Dogs, betrayal.
To help me open the door. It's not betraying you guys.
Fine.
We'll give it a second. See if Snow Dog's response. In the meantime, though, you do see Ritter attempting to open the door. What are you all doing?
No, it says for Ritter. I'm pretty sure it's for Ritter to open the door.
Okay.
All right.
Unfortunately,
Then
yeah.
use your success.
We're all angry.
Okay. I will say, as you guys come into the otherwise, because this room is still very dark, right? Like the emergency lights didn't really affect this room all that much.
Yeah, there's just like a very dimly lit like emergency light towards like the bottom of the floor
storeroom,
safety.
From the storeroom, you guys can kind of see like a crit success for Ritter. Okay, cool. You guys see like a vague like fiery glow from the storeroom. And then I guess as you guys walk in, you guys will see Ritter, if it's a crit success, one-handedly take the door, shake once, and then it pops, and then he opens it slowly.
Don't like it.
Oh, Richard, did you unlock the door?
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of messing around in here earlier.
Good job, Ritter. I guess we should investigate.
So let's go find the bad thing. Darcy picks up her wrench.
Okay, everyone, be careful. He kind of like holds the door open, and he'll go in first. He'll go in first.
Oh, yeah, that sounds so ominous. Let me open this door for you.
For you. No, he'll go in first.
And then shuts it behind us.
Right? So Ritter, you go ahead and you step inside. Is everybody else kind of like near you at this point, like looking in? Okay.
Darcy's there.
So there's a little light, right, from the emergency area, and it kind of only lights the floor. But now it looks like, as you are just kind of staring into the room, there is this other kind of like soft glowing orb that's just kind of in the center of the room. Doesn't seem to be illuminating anything, but it's a really beautiful light. It's almost soothing just to stare at it. It's beautiful.
I think Ritter will kind of look down towards Sal briefly. Little dude.
And Sal,
in there yet?
Sal's in my backpack.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
Sal's in the backpack.
Oh,
He moved him
nobody's
back.
head sticking out by this point.
It's true. I wouldn't have actually closed him up. So his head's sticking out just kind of like over top of Darcy's head, probably.
Oh,
He's
still looking
standing
down.
full up in the backpack.
Poking through her hair. Great visual.
And he just kind of like hums in that weird static whisper. Bad thing.
Yeah, I know, buddy.
Is there anything else in this room besides this orb?
It's a room full of darkness and just the orb and the emergency light near the door. So you can't really see the rest of what's in the room.
Not even with a flashlight?
Or
With a
Sal.
flashlight, absolutely.
I
Are
use
you
it.
shining your light? Okay.
Yeah?
So here's where that dramatic
Oh my
Oh
god.
no!
film scene comes in, right? Cut scene, bitches! As you slowly raise the flashlight so it trails from the ground and upwards towards this orb thing, there is this massive slime that just seems to drip from this figure that is standing pretty far back from the orb. But as you keep raising the light up and up, you are greeted by massive, like prodigious sized, sharp teeth that just splay, it looks like halfway across the room. And the little light that was the little orb that was just kind of dangling there kind of jingles a little bit in irritation as you shine the light on it. And all of a sudden, its eyes snap open, and you just hear like, and its tongue rolls out of its mouth. The orb flops away, and this anglerfish-looking bad thing comes darting towards you, ooze dripping from each tooth. What are you doing?
Now it's hammer time.
Smooth.
Oh, I feel dirty.
Oh lord. Huh.
So bad. What are you
Is it
doing?
Is it too late to leave and close the door?
Nope, you can, if you all want to roll a move check to get out
Oh,
the way.
son of a bitch. I think Silas would not be the first to act in this situation.
Darcy's
Oh,
just
I
gonna
mean,
go. Well,
if Ritter's out in front, he takes the strap off his shoulder, twists the guitar around, and is gonna wait for this thing to get close enough, and then he's gonna try to clock it in the mouth.
All right, go for it.
Okay,
Go ahead
so-
and roll force.
I'm using my iconic item. So for a force, so let
Yep.
us raise that up. Hopefully, one
Break
success.
that guitar. Oh no.
Awesome. So how do you do this? What does it look like?
Okay, so, like-
in my head, it's very Freddy Cookie.
It's like the strap drops down, and then he's holding it by like the edge, right? And his arms go limp, and he's just staring at this thing, not showing like a shred of emotion. And he just waits till it gets close enough where it's like about ready to like lunge forward and snap its jaws, and then he spins the thing upwards and clocks it in its quote unquote chin to kind of clock it back up into the ceiling.
And you do. This thing gets lifted off the ground and slams into the ceiling. You can hear the concrete kind of crack a little bit as dust and debris starts falling down, and it finally hits the ground with a large thud and just roars at you. What's everybody else doing?
I'm gonna follow that up with a rushing in and trying to whatever looks like it's more like the head of this thing, just slam it with the hammer. Just wind up like it's a baseball bat and just
Okay,
slam.
go ahead. Roll force.
Okay. 3 successes.
Woo! All right.
Yeah, girl. Get it.
Nice.
Yeah,
Hit it.
you successfully hit it. You were looking for like a specific like soft spot.
Anything that looked critical.
At this point, from like where you are and how big it is, without going too deep into the room itself, I mean, you hit it. Everything on it just looks fleshy and gross. That, you know, very viscous, wet, sticky skin that you've seen, you know, over and over and over again with these genetically modified bad things. The hammer hits it, it almost sinks in. You have to kind of pull it out with that like to get ready for another strike. Darcy,
Darcy's gonna, while this is going down with Ritter and Ashley, she's gonna try a different tactic of trying to sneak around the side of it, like around to where it's probably not paying attention, so she could try to hit it with her wrench.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and roll force.
Okay.
It's very much occupied by the massive blow from Ritter.
I figured.
Little.
1 success.
Oh my god.
How do you hit it?
Nice.
She just like imagine that like really comedic sneak up, like that's what she's trying to do while it's all while Ritter does his massive hit and Ashley like bashes this thing, and she just kind of, after Ashley's like pulling out the hammer, she just goes in right next to the side of its head and kind of just cracks it in there.
Nice. And again,
Roll
very
sneak attack
similarly,
damage.
Yes.
just like
All I'm trying
Ashley's
for, guys.
hit, the wrench kind of sinks into the skin on impact, and you have to pull it
Gross.
out. And it's soaked in that film.
Gross.
But
Gross.
you hit, you connected pretty hard.
Yeah, good.
I think
this is weird.
confused and inspired by like Ritter's fucking like death blow and like Ashley and Darcy both beating the shit out of this thing. I think Silas is actually gonna try to hit it.
Good boy.
Okay.
Remember,
Well,
four
predictably, that's
inspiration
0
dice floating
successes.
around.
Oh, shit! Should I roll those dice?
Yes. Just fucking use them.
All four?
3 of them?
1, 2?
All 3, because Ash gave me one.
Oh yeah, so there's only 3 left. That's right.
Use them.
I'll roll.
Do it.
I'll roll 2 more. Oh,
Okay.
please Christ! That's 1 success.
Hey! How do you hit this thing?
I think well, I mean, it takes a moment because I step back, kind of staggered, watching this fucking thing hit the ceiling, as Ashley runs in and Darcy sneaks around to the side, and I think I just kind of like run up next to Ritter, put a hand on his shoulder, almost like I'm trying to like pull him back, and then like realize I actually think we maybe got this, and I flip the hammer around, spike side down.
Ah!
Nice.
All
He
right.
smiles.
Yeah, you pierce into the flesh of this creature, and it howls because you used the spiky side. But your weapon is now stuck. You can't seem to pull it out.
I leave it. I leave it and step back.
Nice.
Well, I mean,
Very
is there
nice.
something I can roll to try to get it unstuck before just giving up?
Yeah, force.
Oh, fun. It's 3 1s. It's a critical failure.
Nope.
you leave it.
Yeah.
As
Can I? Oh, sorry.
what's up?
I don't know if we're looping back around, but I just love the mental image of Ash seeing that, pulling out Silas's and then just double hammering.
Yes.
Double hammer
Go,
time.
go for it. Go for it.
All right.
And
All right. I'll roll a force to pull it out. 3 successes.
Nice.
And now I have 2 hammers. One of them is
You
spiky
take an
side
eye
down.
with it.
And Ash Bash. 2 successes.
Ash Bash! Oh, I
Nice.
love it.
I'm pretty sure that's
how
what
do
I labeled your first ghost that I drew.
That's why I said-
I'm pretty sure.
Go ahead and narrate how you hit it with this awesome double hammer attack.
Okay, so I see Silas's awesome little stabby attack. I give him a thumbs up with the one hand that doesn't have a hammer in it. I reach down, I yank the spiky hammer side down into my hand. I kind of shake it off a little bit, and then I just like smash down onto the top of it with just everything I have. And I probably scream.
Cool.
Probably a swear.
and you
probably like-
had
Fuck you!
one of them was the spiky side?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so both of them hit. The spiky side, though, goes right in. Again, it's stuck. The other one pulls out just fine. But it kind of bellows out again. And this time, though, Ritter, I need you to make a move check.
Okay. 2 successes.
Okay. The teeth come swinging your way and try to bite you, but you just kind of take a very poised, simple sidestep, and it completely misses you.
It's so anime. I love it.
What's everybody else doing?
It appears to be vulnerable to piercing damage. Wait, never
We're back to
mind.
playing
Sorry, go
D&D.
ahead.
You learned it from D&D.
Yeah, that's totally legitimate.
I think you're right, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't do that, so just force.
Ritter takes the guitar, turns it around. Now it's kind of like a lance.
Oh my god.
I'll flip my hammer.
I'm gonna fucking try to stab this thing to see if that does me any good.
Go for it.
Okay. 2 successes.
Nice. Yeah, go ahead and explain how you hit it.
I think as this thing kind of like had snapped past me, and Silas says that, and I think before the slime can kind of rubber band back, he twirls the guitar around and then just jabs straight through the film that is now stretched to try to hit him, and then just kind of stabs and then pulls up with the guitar.
Yeah, your guitar just sink from that area, that edge of the guitar. It takes an almost inhuman amount of force to have actually made that pierce through, but you get it right through, and you pull it back out, and there's just this like yellow just spraying everywhere as the creature howls once again. What's everybody else doing?
Darcy looks at her wrench and realizes it really can't do much for piercing. So she's just going to try to whack him again.
Go for it.
This one's probably not going to hit. No, miss. Swing and a miss.
Okay.
Which is
So you actually hit the creature, but it just doesn't seem to be nearly as impactful as everything else that. Yeah, exactly.
Nope, that's fair.
So yeah, so again, you gotta pull out your wrench with both hands.
It's getting gross.
Silas, what are you doing?
I don't have a hammer anymore, so I take the bolt cutters from my belt
You can stab
wherever
both
I
of those.
put them. I take the bolt cutters from
Yeah,
my
you could take
inventory.
those.
And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna try and snip off its angler.
Oh.
I debated smashing that, so I don't blame you. I support this.
Yeah, go for it.
Why not?
Go for it.
Take the one beautiful thing in its life away.
Yes, take it and destroy
One
it.
success on 3 dice.
Hey.
Please explain how you do this, Silas.
Okay, so Ritter has just stabbed it through the head, and I think as it kind of comes like back down to sort of bellow and roar, I do my best to kind of whip out the bolt cutters from behind and spread them as it's kind of dangling angler is like I feel like it's almost hitting us because it's kind of pushing towards us, and I just reach up and snip at the air, hoping I can get something.
You're not sure if you cut through anything, at least for a moment, until you are just doused in this yellow blood liquid stuff that just is like a hose spraying all over the place. It's not acidic, but it's close to blood.
It's gross.
It's disgusting.
How does it smell?
Horrendous. It smells like rotting fish baked in a car.
Pretty fun.
Oh,
Delicious.
oh,
Super
that was a lot there.
Yeah, yeah.
Something in the bayou.
Delish. So this creature now. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a 6. That's a 3. All right. Ritter, again, this creature is going to take a bite at you, so I need you to make a move check.
1 success.
Fantastic. I think at this point it was trying to snap at you just as Silas was snipping off its angle.
Dingle dongle.
It's dongle. We'll just call it a dongle.
Yeah,
It's
that's
fancy
perfect.
lit dongle.
When in doubt, call it a dongle. It's fine.
Yeah, it was dongling. It's fine.
It's fine. Whatever.
And it goes to bite you, and it looks like it was going to be able to sink its teeth like into your arms as you're pulling to move. But as soon as the dongle is severed from its head, it whips around and looks towards Silas, getting ready to attack again.
Your boyfriend saved you. Yay.
Now I have to save him.
Yeah. Please.
Yeah.
How's this thing looking? Is this thing looking pretty
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 right.
bloodied right now?
It's bloody. Yeah, it's looking
So
a little
are we
rough.
at this point? We're covered in this blood.
You're covered in it, but you're not wounded.
Nope.
Okay, I think as it's no longer focused on me, I think Ritter's going to take another jab with the guitar at it. Probably try to see if he aim for the general gelatinous head area. Try to just do the same thing I did with the neck area, just in the ocular cavity. 2 successes.
All right, go ahead and explain. How do you hit?
Ritter kind of like sees this thing kind of turn towards Silas, and the thing doesn't see it, but Silas, you see Ritter look annoyed, like almost like mad, like how dare you? And he walks around to the side and then takes the guitar and pierces upwards through the jaw up into the skull area, or tries to anyway, to keep it.
Go ahead and roll me.
Okay.
Roll me another force check.
Another force.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So
This is a 0,
get it.
but I have something. It's called Do a Homer from my Wild Magic Surge.
God.
Oh my god, I forgot.
I would like to say that I don't really fail. When failing a roll, you explain how you don't fail. He is so hyper-focused on the idea of murdering this abomination that perhaps he had originally intended for the guitar to just go into it as opposed to going through.
I will allow it.
Okay. Cool. I use my wild magic surge.
So instead of trying to drive it through, really, you get it so far in that your hands are now inside of this thing as well. So you're going to have a hard time. You're going to need to take a turn to help pull out. So you are kind of stuck with the creature, but it is looking rough. What's everybody doing?
I think Ritter will probably say finish it to Ashley.
Yeah, go Ashley,
Okay. I've only
Darcy's
got
probably gonna fail.
I've only got one hammer left because the other pointy end is stuck in, but I have flipped the hammer, my original right-handed hammer, or, you know, it's not right-handed, but the hammer I have in my right hand, flip it to the pointy side, nod at Ritter, and smash.
Sure about that?
Ash bash.
Bash, bash. Okay. Well, because Ritter had said something to me. Okay. Force. Ah! No! It's fine! I have a luck. So I get to...
Yes! I forgot about that. I still
gonna
have
use my
a
luck.
luck point.
Thank God for luck.
I'm gonna use my luck. Ah!
So
No, I got one of my lead dice.
You got one bonus die.
You can
Go for it.
I think you can also
Oh.
push, can't you? She could push right now instead
you could
if she took a
push
condition,
and take a
Yeah.
condition.
Oh dear.
which would allow you to
dear.
re-roll as well.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm just
Oh,
playing through the options I know.
you know what? Let's do that because it makes more sense for me to let you guys have the one floating dice still because it was a lead thing. I am going to take the exhausted condition and push myself.
That or angry, but yeah.
Ha!
Good. Luck favors the bold.
No wonder
Five-
you're exhausted.
5 successes and I'm fucking tired.
I need you to explain to me how you just literally go ham on this.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that I've already hit it with like all of my might twice, and Ashley is very used to these things kind of going down after just a couple of goes, and so she's already tired, and she's just like, "Why isn't it down yet? Fuck!" But then Ritter's all like, "Get it, Ash," and Ashley's just like, "Okay." And just takes a deep breath and then just kind of like forgets to keep breathing as she smashes at it, and as a result you forget to breathe, and then your lungs start to feel like they're on fire, and she's just waiting to see how that went, if it worked, and she's still forgetting to breathe.
Yeah, so as you kind of like collapse from like overexertion, the creature is thrashing around. Ritter, you are thrown from it. Darcy and Silas probably get knocked back a bit as well. Ashley, you are stuck because you're holding on to your hammer at that point, and it eventually just, with like one final bellow, just collapses to the floor. No longer moving.
Darcy hits it again anyways. For good measure.
Good job. Ritter is like on the ground.
That's perfect.
Covered in whatever yellow viscous blood. Be like, geez, Ash, that was awesome.
Yeah.
I think Silas tries to speak, but he looks like he just got slimed. So he opens his mouth and just like yellow gunk spews out.
Next time, I need to remember to bring my bat instead.
I mean, yeah, but you might want to put like nails on it or something, because Silas, you were totally right. We needed to stab that thing and not just bludgeon it to death. And he kind of like goes over to his guitar and jerks a few times to get the guitar out.
Guys, I'm all for celebrating, but unless we see anything else in this room that we need, we might want to get out of here.
Yeah, we need to go.
Like everybody who normally uses this place isn't gonna be a fan of what we did. We killed their pet.
And as you say
And
that,
we have the proof, so we can go.
you all hear zzz, and the lights, the blue from the crystal turns back on. The emergency lights fade, and you can hear like the beeping and booping of computer panels also being powered back on.
Shit.
Yeah, that's a cue if I've ever seen one. I don't know.
Yeah, we need to go now.
Yep.
Just run.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just turn tail.
Let's go.
So as you turn to leave out of the door, you hear a little clicking sound, like that of the things that my mouth can't do, a gun being cocked. And
This is a familiar
blocking-
sound. to Ashley.
Yes, very familiar sound to Ashley. Blocking your exit back up the stairs are two police officers. One of them has Cece with her hands cuffed behind her back. Her head is kind of like pushed down, and there is a gun pressed to her back. The other has the gun pointed at you, and as they step forward, another figure, heavier set, comes down the stairs, dragging by their hair Sarah. And her body is just thrown across the room as if it was a rag doll, as Chief McDonald now stands next to his officers.
So that's
And he
a
looks
no
you
on
all
the
over.
chocolate bed, right?
No, he says to you. He kind of sighs and just looks around a bit. I see you took care of my friend there, huh? Do you know who that was? You might.
I don't know, an abomination?
No, kid. No.
Did it have a name?
She did.
And
Who was it?
yeah.
Well, maybe you don't know. Little old lady used to work at a diner. Had the worst fucking food. She was a staple, though, to the community. She'll be missed. We plan to have her funeral in about a week. All the town will be there. We'll recruit a few more. We're going to recruit some more of you tonight.
No, you're not.
Kid, shut up.
With what?
He pulls out his gun.
And he pauses.
I beg your pardon.
His eyes kind of slide off towards the closet where the fiery glow is still coming from.
So he kind of like looks over to the one officer that was holding his gun out at you guys, and tells him to go look, because there is now like a burning smell. Again, imagine what burning eel smells like.
This place smells
Probably.
awful right now, period.
Actually, that
Please
might
smell
smell quite
awful.
delicious.
You know
Smells
what?
like
It's
nice
probably
fresh
better.
unagi.
It smells like barbecue.
Unagi done.
Oh, yum. Better than us right now, probably. So,
Look, so if you want to recruit some of us, that's great, but this little kid was incidental. Let her go.
I can't do that. We've been trying to figure out who keeps messing up our plans. And it looks like we found you. Well, rather, you came to us. So, I'm going to give you two options, because the Avani are a generous species. We always give. So to you, I give these two options. You can step into that pool on your own, or I can make you. And you hear another click as he pulls out his gun and points it at you. The other officer comes quickly, back over, and kind of whispers into Officer McDonald's ear. And he has this like grimace look on his face.
So do you still want us to go in the pool?
And
There's nothing in
Ashley,
there.
he looks at you and said, "You have the choice, but not you." And he looks to Ritter, and you hear the gunfire.
Fire at
Towards
who?
it.
What?
Towards him.
At Ritter. Mm-hmm.
Oh. So I have an auto success still from my recap, right?
You do, if you'd like to use that.
I would love to do that to fucking matrix my way out of that and make use of that guitar I have.
So you're holding your guitar, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because you're just holding on to it because you walked out of the place. With the auto success and the guitar, go ahead. Go ahead and roll me a move. You're successful in one aspect of this.
Okay.
I need you to be successful in another, or to see how successful you are.
One success.
Okay, cool.
Just for
So-
clarification, there's the two guns in play. One of them just got
guns.
shot at Ritter, and one of them is still at Ritter's mom's back.
Yeah.
Well, there's three people
three.
with 3 guns, but the
Okay.
other officer like has his down because he came to whisper to Officer McDonald. The other one is in Ritter's mom in Cece's back, and then now shooting at Ritter. So that shot fires and it echoes throughout this cavern that is now again dimly lit, mostly because of the blue glow of the crystal. Ritter, you don't feel anything, but there is now a bullet hole through your guitar. And you notice that your shirt, the sleeve of your shirt, is now starting to bleed. But you don't feel anything. Doesn't hurt.
Silas
Good
just
shot.
screams.
All right. I'm assuming that doesn't hinder me from moving forward with murderous intent, does it?
Correct.
Excellent. And I would like to take my guitar and see if I can dislocate someone's head from their neck with my guitar.
I mean, so can we all, like, all of us that want to scream and murderously intently rush these cops, are we allowed to at once? Because I feel like I would also, like, as soon as Ritter got shot, just fucking ash rage.
Silas, Darcy, is that what you would want to do as well?
Darcy actually is gonna go slightly defensive and pull out what is her chrome-plated notepad.
Yes.
She needs to use, because she's thinking, fuck this, we're gonna get a shield now. So she's actually going to, like, she's pissed. She just saw that is, oh god, she's like, okay, they're gonna try again, get out a shield.
Smart.
I honestly don't know what Silas can do at this point. I think I think he just freezes completely.
I
Okay.
think that's perfect.
All right, then Ritter and Ashley, you're both charging?
Yep.
And
At least I
Yeah.
am.
who,
It's like barbarian.
Who are you charging at?
scream.
I'm going for
I'm charging
McDonald.
at the one that shot Ritter.
that's
Which is
McDonald.
McDonald, right? So
Yeah.
we're both just fucking.
Go ahead and roll move and then roll force. It's like
Both
a
of us?
two-stepper. Yeah, both of you.
Success.
Okay, so I need to roll another move.
Okay.
3 successes and 1 success.
Excellent. Go ahead and explain what you are doing. This is like a split-second decision.
Ash, you go first.
I didn't specify if I left the hammer in the creature or not, so I left the hammer in the creature. So I'm just bull rushing this guy with the intent to strangle.
Okay. Ritter?
I think as Ashley probably holds McDonald still enough, he's going to take that moment to shake out the one arm, reposition the guitar, and he's going to, like, make a very calculated swipe as Ashley's very close to this man's head, and I'm still going to try to do my best to decapitate his head from his neck.
Okay, I need you to make another force check. This
Cool.
is super specific.
1 success.
Okay. While you don't decapitate his
That's
head,
fine.
you do hit the head. And it just, you hear the crack. Ashley, you feel a snap in your hands. As if the force had snapped the neck, and you can feel that vibration running through your fingers as you are choking out this police officer, this chief of police, who simultaneously is firing. I need you both to make another move check.
This is where I get shot.
1 success.
Okay.
0 success.
Ashley, you just managed, just barely, managed to move out of the way of a shot as you were charging at the officer. And as Ritter swings, his hand kind of shifts just enough where Ritter, you now feel a wetness through your stomach.
Oh no, that's bad though. Oh, that's bad though. Does my friend feel that?
Maybe.
Okay.
So, as you are all doing this at the same time, you hear another gun shoot into the air. Stand down now, one of the officers says, and the other, who had been whispering, also pulls out his gun and aims it at Darcy. The other one puts it right to Cece's head. And she cries out, Ritter! Get out of here! Don't worry about me! Please save yourselves!
I feel a little bit that with
to.
Ashley's condition and just, all the bottled up rage of 7 months of this game, that she's ignoring all of that and just pummeling this guy in the face, just like too much. It's excessive and gross. And probably a lot of splatting noises.
Ooh, I thought the police officers might shoot.
Silas, Darcy, Ritter, what are you doing? This
sorry,
is like
Darcy's
a second.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Darcy, seeing the gun on her, she's gonna pull up her Chromebook and put it in front of her and kind of look to Silas and be like, "Get Sarah," because Sarah's back there and hopefully could help us.
Yeah, I think that's what Silas does. Like, if it is a split second.
Yeah. I'm just gonna say Darcy's gonna cut out the cover.
If it is a split second and I don't maybe realize that Ritter's been actually shot again, I think I would obey and turn to go check on Sarah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Can I sense that damn.
Oh my god.
Nice. Thank you.
Good Josie.
Yay!
Oh my goodness.
We need some more good
success.
Thank
No.
you. So that is
Oh
a
my
crit
gosh.
success for everybody. Oh my goodness. Thank you.
Oh my
Thank you.
gosh.
You're amazing.
I think Silas goes to get Sarah, and Ashley starts pummeling. I can sense that McDonald is still alive, possibly.
McDonald is still alive.
Okay, and I think Ritter kind of hears Cece, but he doesn't hear Cece, and he kind of reaches for the back of McDonald's, hair. And he pulls his head back away from the pummeling, and his voice is different now. It's like almost flat and monotone. Though I guess there is a slight edge of anger to it. And he'll say, "No, we are going to finish this. We are going to leave, and you will burn like the rest." And he's going to jerk the rest of the head to break back the other direction.
Yeah, go ahead and go and roll force.
Well, I'm going to use my crit success for that.
You want to crit success it? Okay.
Yeah,
I'm going to crit success that. Make it super dramatic. Ashley
So-
gets sprayed in blood.
Okay, yeah, I get sprayed in blood, and your voice, I think, might snap me a little bit out of the blood rage or whatever it is that just happened to me. Enough for maybe me to grab the gun in his hand.
You could grab the gun because the sheer strength that Ritter shows with the damage already done, that head doesn't come cleanly off. Like, there is some bone cracking. You hear Officer McDonald howling in insufferable pain as like just skin is slowly tearing from Ritter's grasp of just pulling and pulling until finally the skin gives way and starts snapping and tearing, and there is blood just dripping everywhere until you manage to completely behead Officer McDonald. So the gun is yours, Ashley.
Ashley does not know how to hold a gun, but I'm going to do my very best to point it at the police officer that has Stacey.
Are you firing?
No, I'm just pointing.
Okay.
Just blood spray across my face. I'm not even going to say anything. I'm just pointing it at him.
There's still one officer that has a gun, the one that's got it pointed towards me, right?
Correct.
Because I've been kind of just trying to cover Silas as he heads towards Sarah. I'm kind of just watching all of this and it's going crazy. Is that officer, does his attention shift from me?
For a split second, yes, because he's got his gun aimed at you, and he like looks to see like the head just being removed.
I'm using that moment to push into him and shove him as hard as I can.
Please go ahead and roll move and then force.
Moves and force. And do I get... Okay, I got a crit success if I need to, but I also am using my chrome-plated notepad, which is my iconic weapon, to do this.
Correct. So the movement is for you to get there successfully without him being able to like react. The force is you interacting with him. So that whichever one you want to use your auto success on. Plus, if it's your force check, you get the bonus.
I'll get my bonus.
Which item, I
get, that means 5 for my force check, and I've got 4 for my move. So okay, I'm actually going to use my auto success for my move. And I'm gonna roll my force with my iconic. And I have a success.
Okay, go ahead and explain how you do this.
So seeing this and knowing that like if he pays back attention to me, he's probably going to see Silas. He's going to see that he's going for Sarah, and like this is the moment where everything's going to hell. But I can't have him turning that gun onto Ashley. I can't or Ritter or because Ashley now has a gun. I need to stop him from doing anything. I think I'm protected by this chrome-plated notebook. Probably foolishly. But with that in mind, and with kind of the weight of Sal on my backpack propelling me, I book it into my the chrome-plated notepad, in front of my face as I but pushing it almost forward to just shove into his lower half of the body because she's small and therefore probably only really gets to ram around his crotch area / upper waist to try to knock him down.
So you hear the gun go off as you are charging at him, actually several times, but you manage to put you with the chrome-plated book, kind of push the gun upwards and tackle him to the ground. The gun goes sprawling off to the side now.
Good.
There are bullets embedded in your book.
Oh my
Metal.
I love whoever did the wild magic search to make that chrome plated. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Guess what? It came in handy. Jesus God.
I think that was actually tabletop loot.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Thanks,
tabletop loot.
So much. Oh my God. Yeah, perfect. And I'm just gonna try to like point out the extra gun to Ritter, Ash, like one of those guys, as long as I can keep this guy down. And if I can't, then I'm going to scramble to try to get the gun myself. It's pretty much where Darcy's head's at.
Okay.
But he doesn't have a gun anymore.
Silas, what are you up to?
So
And again,
I think
it's like split second.
Yeah, I think as I've kind of like started to almost blearily stumble because I'm just so I feel like in shock. I begin to stumble over to Sarah as I hear this cracking, ripping, screaming noise and another gun go off several times. And I just turn for a split second to kind of get a handle on what's happening. And I think just the fear leaves for a second, and it's just this kind of like cold, like narrowing of the eyes. And I would like to, with one hand, because I imagine I'm only holding them in one hand, I take the bolt cutters and just whip them and try to throw them at the guy who's got CC.
Oh, shit.
Whoa! All right. So you see, you're going to use your crit, right?
I was waiting to see how many dice I had to roll, but yeah, somebody used my crit.
It's going to be a force check.
Beautiful.
Use your crit.
So, burning your auto crit, you just hurl these bolt cutters, right? And Cece, just at the right moment, like, looks up and just drops to the floor, like just enough to move out of the way as the officer fires at her movement, but is impaled through the chest with the bolt cutters.
Oh my god!
Just, and he goes falling backwards.
Oh my god.
And as soon as I do that, I look at him, and like with it sticking out of him, and I just go, "Don't touch my mother."
Oh. See, I would love to empathize with that right now, but I can't. And now she has to.
That was my cool thing that I said for the season.
Hey, everybody's got to have one. So, well played. Well fucking played. The couple that.
To be
comes
honest,
together
I didn't think that they were gonna stick in this man. I thought they were gonna wang him in the head comedically, but that
Nope.
works too.
It's in my mind, an auto success means a maximum success of the thing that you were attempting to do. So while it may have taken 3 successful rolls, you would technically get, in my head, would get the 3 successful rolls. So you are as maximally successful on this as possible.
Fucking sick.
I love it.
So you've got 2 officers down. 1 officer is currently being tackled by Darcy.
Oops.
What you seem to have the scene under control. What are you all doing?
Somebody get the gun. That's Darcy.
I already got one gun, and the
Okay.
guy that I was pointing it at is now no. So
Yeah, his body just like slowly just kind of like crumbled to the ground in front of you, Ashley. Bleeding profusely. Like the heart is still beating, so the blood isn't even just like pooling, it is spurting. Hashtag
lower the
sorry,
no.
Content warning. Oops.
Guys.
Yes.
Because cat's out of the bag now. I sense that there is still a McFluttering in Officer McDonald's stomach, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Do I sense fluttering in everyone else's stomachs?
Yes, except for CC, you guys.
Okay. I think what
The officers, Sarah.
What Ritter does is he kind of looks back towards the one officer that's now disarmed, and he starts digging back through his pockets for those matches that he used previously. And he speaks out, "Ashley, we would like you to eliminate the last Devani. I will handle the rest. And flicks a match and drops it onto McDonald.
Well,
And
there's no combustion.
no.
So you drop the match on McDonald and it like fizzles. Doesn't do anything.
He leans down and lights another one to make sure.
Or an
that
accelerant. You need an accelerant. I'm sorry. That's
yeah,
how
like
fire works.
kind of like to put it like on like the cotton shirt or polyester or whatever his uniform is made out of. And he tries again and he says, "I will wait here until they come out, and we will dispose of them."
Ashley still has So you said a bunch of wheeze there. Ashley has a gun in her hand.
Oh no.
Ashley's pointing the gun at Ritter.
Oh no.
Get the fuck out of my friend. None of this wee shit.
We had an agreement.
You're all the same. Get the fuck out of my friend.
We are not all the same. And like
Guys?
he's looking Ashley like dead in the eyes. His eyes are the same cold, unblinking as Sarah's are.
Guys, a little help down here.
Yeah, Darcy's like struggling with one of the Avani officers. They're like having this like crawling match on the floor, trying to get the gun. But I think at this point, Sal kind of like shimmies his. Now that you're like laying down, kind of because you're crawling, Sal shimmies out of the backpack and just like starts kicking the officer in the face and like using his egg beater to like kind of like jab at like his eyes and stuff, like just he's just like trying to pummel the face with his pathetically built body. So it's slowing him down.
You are wasting precious time. We need them eliminated.
I am not going to take my eyes off of Ritter. I am going to walk over to the officer that Darcy is messing around with, and I would like to try to shoot that officer in the knee.
Ooh.
It's point blank. You could choose if you want to be successful on that or not. I'm not even going to make you roll.
Okay.
Yeah. You either hit it or you don't.
I want to shoot him in the knee and then turn the gun back on Ritter.
You hear him go, "Ah!"
Get the fuck out of my friend. Or I'll hold you down and feed you chocolate. I've got a whole box.
Upstairs.
I've still got a gun. I reach back into my backpack and pull out one of the bars.
We are already critically injured.
They have a point. I don't know if right now is the right time. Because Ritter's body needs to heal. I don't know if it'll live without the thing in there. Just
and at that point, Ritter stands up. And Ritter was wearing a white shirt with a rose on it because, why not Guns N' Roses? And at the bottom of the shirt where his stomach is just this giant plume of red.
Okay.
And the red has like finally reached where the rose is, up towards like the bottom portion of his chest. Shots like this are a slow, painful death. Typically an hour.
Silas is already just like, he's still across the room, but he's just staring, like, dumbstruck by this whole affair. I think he walks over and tries to put a hand on Ashley's to lower the gun.
Darcy's gonna go crawl up, grab the other gun, and just point it at the guy that is shot in the knee. She still doesn't trust that asshole.
Okay.
Darcy knows everything's happening. That's where she's focused. That was still this guy.
Ashley,
Still dead-eyed at Ritter. Did you know?
no, I did not know, but if it leaves him now, he'll die.
Can we at least tie him
Yeah.
up?
Feel like that might be counterproductive because of how strong they tend to be. Just a thought.
Do that and risk repeating the same mistakes twice.
Which mistake is that?
The Ivani regrouping. The Ivani
yeah, that one.
gaining power. The Ivani forcing others.
In our defense, that we didn't make that mistake, but I understand.
Are you going to leave my friend once we set fire to this guy?
His head kind of like tilts off to the side and he says, "We made an agree." And I think as he's in the middle of saying agreement, no, I would like to try to roll my charm.
Okay, please go ahead and roll your charm.
On Ashley?
No.
I don't think
Okay.
so.
One
No.
success.
Okay, you're successful.
Okay, so I'm assuming that the same kind of glimmering of green kind of ripples up through his neck and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, Ashley, you kind of see Ritter kind of like twitch, his head down, and he looks very, very, very ill. And the green, the bright viscous green color kind of fades away. And Ritter's eyes seem to like undilate, and he looks tired and exhausted and sick and ill. And I'm going to make him broken. And he just falls to his knees.
I mean, technically, they are. Oh, where's my conditions list? They're injured severely. Probably very frightened.
They're very frightened. They're exhausted from what just happened. And they're angry at Jacob. Or this thing that has the thing that has no name. So I would like to make him broken.
Yeah, that is perfect. Yeah.
Okay.
Ritter is
And I think
is broken. So that is
Ashley,
for those who don't know, it's an automatic fail on all rolls until healed. You hear, will somebody fucking get me out of this? And it's Ritter's mom, and she's trying to like inch her way towards her son, who is just keeled over, but she can't. She's bound, with her arms behind her.
Ashley will lower the gun.
Silas, immediately runs to Ritter as he
away.
falls.
Darcy is still staring at the still alive but shot out knee police officer. And she's going to keep her gun on him with her Chromebook up as her shield. And just... Because until somebody does anything to take care of this guy, she's not yet prepared to shoot. Because she's 12.
I
That's
think we need to
valid.
set a fire or something. I don't know.
Ritter? Is it you?
I'm conscious, right?
Yeah, you are just not really you. Like you're emotionally broken. You're physically injured. You are bleeding out. with the Derricore that was inside of you having relinquished the majority of its hold on you. Your body isn't as strong as it was. Your body isn't as fast as it was. Your body is sure as hell not going to heal right now.
No.
You're bleeding out.
I think he's panting really badly. Fuck. Sorry. Fuck. I'm sorry, dude. I just wanted to help. And he's just kind of like, curled. Like he has a hand now slapped on his stomach and he's kind of curled over.
You can hear Cece kind of like in the background as she kind of like tries to like twist her body so she can kind of pull out from the cuffs. There's a little snap to one of her thumbs, but she is able to free her hand, and she just runs over to you and scoops you up, Ritter, sobbing over you, just like kissing your face and like trying to whisper like, it'll be okay, we're going to get you to a hospital. And she kind of like looks at the kids like, let's go, please help me.
You take him to the hospital and we need to take care of these fucking aliens.
Yeah. Maybe Ashley and I can finish this here. Maybe Silas needs to go with you, Cece.
Okay.
Please.
I
can't carry.
Yeah, Silas immediately starts trying to lift whatever half of him she isn't.
Okay.
Ritter, what do we have to do? Fire?
Burn them.
Okay.
That's what I did to the rest.
Yep. We'll take care of that. Yeah. Okay.
Kind of
have your
nods. I mean, he probably dropped them, honestly. And kind of like point a bloody finger towards them, probably before passing out.
So Silas
run over and grab the matches.
Okay. Silas and Cece, the two of you will go ahead and start carrying Ritter's body up the stairs. So we're gonna kind of pull you out of the scene for a bit. Darcy, Ashley, what are you two doing?
Darcy will probably wait until those three are gone. But she, having been staring at this guy that she charged down, but realizes what needs, like, she waits till they're out of the building and then she shoots the guy.
And we're all murderers. I fucking love it.
Ashley just flinches but doesn't make a move to stop her.
She didn't want anybody else seeing except for Ashley, so. But she'll go for whatever. She'll probably go for, like, if the guy's still on the floor, she's probably aiming for his head, because why the hell not? That is the surest thing. Just so that way when they burn it, she's not burning somebody alive. And she just kind of does it, and then she shakily like lowers the gun.
Ash is gonna walk up beside you and put her hand on your shoulder, and then also shoot him in the head. That way, we don't know which of us killed him.
Yeah. The one that Silas got, maybe we should just also, for good measure, I'm just scared. I just
Okay.
that looked like it did it, but it's not the same like the head getting ripped off. These guys are strong and heal. So I think if we both, then it's both of us, and then we can get. Oh God, the guns have our fingerprints on them.
We'll take them. We'll take them with us. It's fine. We'll take them with us. It's
We'll put them in the bunker or something.
Just okay. Let's. And then Ashley will walk over to the other guy.
And Darcy will kind of slowly stand up and follow, and kind of look at Ashley and aim the gun down. And 3, 2, 1, and then shoot.
Yep.
Just to make sure. Hey, Sal?
Yes, friend.
There's no more bad things, right?
I do not detect bad things.
Okay. So we should set both the bodies on fire, and then the anglerfish, and then maybe just burn this place down.
Yeah.
Can
we look around for anything that is combustible?
Accelerant?
Hairspray, gasoline, anything useful?
Yeah, if you go into the storage closet, there's probably a bunch of like cleaning supplies.
Some lighter fluid for the police station barbecue.
Well, you know it. Chicago, man, they don't have barbecues like that. They just order beef from Portillo's.
Yeah,
Whatever
so we're just
fluid that are
gonna
used
just
to burn the other ones.
spread
Yeah,
around whatever looks like it has the most like dangerous symbols on
Labels
the
on it.
label,
Oh God.
and then
that was the
usher
bodies.
Darcy over to the door.
I've got Sal packed back up in my backpack and on my back already. My Chromebook back in there. My bullet dented Chromebook. And I've kind of taken the gun too, and I've like, I don't know what I'm doing with it. At this point, I'm kind of just holding it because I don't know what to do with it.
I think maybe we should put the safety on and put it in our backpacks.
I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do a gun.
I don't know either. Is it obvious? Is there like a red button? I don't know. I don't know, gun.
Old tinker.
It's just a bunch of kids who are like shaking after literally cold-blooded murder, and they're like looking for safety on a gun.
I'd argue that was pretty fucking hot-blooded, that murder.
Yeah, probably.
We were
Hold on, for me.
provoked, I'd say.
Yeah.
Oh,
The helpless guy on the ground with his knee blown out.
Still evil.
I need
Hold on.
to
Fuck 'em.
Sarah.
Still shot me.
actually. I
Oh,
need
yeah,
to
we
do one
still have
more thing
Sarah.
that is like even more cold-blooded. Maybe I need to
We
go
still
through
have
all the
Sarah.
cops' wallets and take all of their money so that I can pay back that kid for the chocolate.
Oh, that's fair.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
No, I think that's
Fuck
fair.
that. We're leaving the country, bitch.
Sarah, though, yeah. Sarah, are you still alive?
So Sarah's
over there?
unconscious.
Oh,
Ashley was hoping Darcy forgot.
I kind of saw the third body when she was probably dousing the bodies. So, Ashley, I'm gonna leave lighting the fire to you. I'm gonna wait for you in the hallway. I'm gonna let you make this decision. And I trust you. What happened down here? I don't want to tell anybody.
We don't have to. Go upstairs.
Yeah. I kind of feel like a ghost right now.
Go upstairs.
Okay.
Darcy, I'm going to give you the frightened condition.
Yeah, that's fair. That's very valid for her right now. And she's just gonna kind of start to make her way upstairs and turn her back to Ashley, leaving her alone in the room.
Oh fuck.
Britt.
Yep. Uh-huh.
Message me on Twitter what you plan to do,
Okay.
whether you did it or not.
Okay.
Mysterious.
Just roll the die.
In the meantime, Ritter, Silas, Cece, you are carrying Ritter's body into Cece's car and speeding away to the nearest hospital. Ritter, are you still conscious? That you two can have like a scene in the back as Cece's driving.
Mm-hmm. I'm assuming Ritter's probably bleeding out in the back seat with his head in Silas's lap or something like that.
Yeah, Silas has him. He's got pressure on his stomach as much as possible. Just kind of brushing his hair.
He meant well, man. He just got so fucking mad. And all of them got mad because he lost his one host.
I know, Ritter. It's fine. Don't.
No, you don't. No, you don't know. It was her, man. It was your mom.
What?
They took her and forced them apart. They worked together for a really long time. And they pulled him apart and he didn't know what happened to her.
Is she still alive?
He doesn't know. I asked. He's scared, I guess, for her. But there's other Terracord in Rick's energy. He was trying to get back to him. Trying to get home. That's all I wanted, is just to help him get home.
Did he make you do those things?
He's staring up at him with kind of like tears in his eyes because this fucking hurts. I didn't tell him no when we were attacking that thing in there. I was mad at McDonald, and it was mad at McDonald because and kind of like he cringes. He's like, I think it's time. I didn't tell him to do that. And I didn't want him to get mad at Ash or you or anyone else. So I just broke the agreement.
Ritter, I don't know why you did this.
I just wanted to help. I wanted to help you guys, and I wanted to help them too. They didn't deserve what happened. And like his eyes kind of like briefly like roll into the back of his head. And he's like, Silas, am I dying?
Ritter, no, Ritter. You're going to be fine, okay? We're almost there, and I'm sorry.
sorry to Tayubesk. And I think Ritter's gonna pass out again until he gets to the hospital.
And Silas is just going to kind of quietly, under his breath, say, "I'm sorry for this." Gnome, can I check my pride real quick?
Yeah. What are you checking your pride for?
My pride is I have a keen eye for detail.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen before when Sarah got control back from the Derricor, kind of the like regurgitation process. And knowing as much as I do about medical stuff, detective stuff, I would love to check my pride to just hit Ritter very, very hard in the stomach to make him throw up.
Oh, God. Just rip the wound open more. I die instantly.
Yeah. So instead of hitting
Or
the
whatever you
stomach-
suggest.
Yeah. I'm gonna paramedic this. So
Yeah, you do that.
you're sitting there kind of like cradling him, right? One hand, holding the wound, and you let go of the bleeding stomach, and instead you take 2 fingers and you shove them down his throat. Because that's the best way to make somebody puke, not punch their bullet-ridden.
Yeah, I think I was having a trauma moment, so I'm gonna trust you on that.
Just that's what you do. Ritter,
Does
do
it
you want
work?
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming Silas shoves his fingers down his throat, and there's kind of like this another pulse of green, and it dies down. But I'm assuming Ritter that Silas is so persistent that Ritter kind of makes like these awful choking noises, probably super alarming to Cece. But then the eel will kind of be ejected out.
There is a mixture, though, of blood and pizza and other stuff.
And Derricor blood.
Man,
And
cleaning
then-
that car's gonna suck.
Man, that slug comes out. That eel is no longer in your body.
I take it in my hands and have no idea what to do now.
Please don't eat it.
I wasn't gonna eat it. I know that much. I think I just I have it kind of in my hand, maybe clutching it a little bit too tight, like I don't want it to get out. And I just kind of hunch over Ritter and I think just start crying.
Okay. So we'll fade to black for your scene. And I think we're going to just fade in general. So you all see the screen just kind of go to black, and after a few moments there is like a theme song kind of plays, maybe like something from like the Pet Shop Boys, just kind of starts playing, and we now kind of camera turns back on. There's an aerial shot of a couple kids riding bicycles down a street, passing by the police department, which is currently in the process of being rebuilt. You we kind of follow these kids on bikes as they kind of like roll through town, passing other things, other buildings that you've all been through, the theater, the library, the park. Excuse me. And eventually the kids will make it to the pier where you all first kind of started teaming up way back when. And they're going to drop their bikes near the arcade. And instead of following the kids into the arcade as they're kind of like laughing and shoving at each other, the camera's going to start moving outwards and moving away from the pier, which is bustling now during the summertime. There's a carnival going on, so there's a large Ferris wheel that's kind of, got this beautiful view of Lake Michigan, and we pan back further and further, and eventually start moving past the pier, down the beach, and up towards the looming towers, the 3 massive Rick Synergy towers that just overlook the entire county. And we are heading towards them along the beach line and then shift into the woods, where we now go to a rather well-made trail left by bikes, feet, and eventually make our way to the bunker. And we're going to go down into the bunker, the lights on, winding through the tunnel, through the ripped apart, thick, iron door or lead door, down another tunnel and into the initial room where all of your names are spray painted against the wall. So you're now in the storage facility that housed all of the dried food and the other like medical equipment. And we'll shift now into the commons area, where there are couches and chairs and the computers, and there is one TV, a small tube TV that is currently playing a movie, and the camera shifts to watch the movie for a second and then pulls back out, and we see all 4 of you there. It's been about 2 months since everything happened. We're gonna go around and what are you up to? What are you doing here right now at this very moment, watching a movie in the bunker?
It's probably the very start of summer vacation, right?
Yeah, probably just about.
Look, there's your
Sorry,
scene
I'm
again.
looking something up. What'd you say?
I said, look, there's your scene again. As if we were watching Lost Boys again.
Yeah.
It's totally gotta be Lost Boys.
We're totally watching it now.
Darcy's head is. Oh.
Oh no, go for it. I'm reading stuff.
Darcy's head is just kind of like in her notebook. The bullet dent's still on the outside of it, and she's just drawing. And she's gotten. Her art style has kind of shifted over the last couple of months. Like there's still some ghosty like things, but you start seeing actual bodies and figures and actual like proper anatomy. As she's practicing drawing humans. So you see her kind of she's sitting on probably the end of some of like if we're sitting along the same area, she's probably sitting on the end and trying to draw the other 3.
Cool. I needed to do some research on how long it takes to recover from being shot in the stomach. It's not good. Ritter, I'm assuming, is probably a little medicated still, but he's trying to make the best of what has happened. I imagine that he probably has not left Silas's side since the situation has happened. And I think he kind of blinks when Ashley points out, "Oh, here's your scene again." And he just he makes kind of like a dim chuckle. "It's not really my scene, you know that."
It's your scene to me.
And he'll look off to Silas.
Silas is just kind of staring at the TV, tightly clutching Ritter's hand as they kind of sit next to each other, and he just like puts his head against yours as gently as he possibly can, because he is just, you say you've never left his side, but I don't think, he probably hasn't like slept since. Just staying up to watch and make sure that you're okay.
Question: Silas, do you think we've been living here? Because I think we have.
I think that yep. I think we have.
Yeah.
And I just like, both hands on one of Ritter's hand, kind of like leaning into him, and I don't really think he has anything to say. He's in the middle of a 2-month-long anxiety attack.
Mm-hmm.
So my terrible dad wants to take me to Florida for summer vacation. I have an out. I mean, it could be practicing.
No, I think you should go. He kind of nods.
Ashley, you should go.
Actually, I want to let you guys know something too. While I was at the hospital, someone visited. And he looks to Silas.
He just kind of winces.
Turns out I have an uncle. He wants to keep Silas and I safe. Wants to take us over to Europe for a little bit. Once I'm recovered enough.
What's a little bit? Like the summer?
Probably the summer.
In any case, it will give us more time to investigate the original loop and see if there's anything we can find about what may be happening.
Wait.
Are you coming
Sal,
back?
please.
I
mean, it's just for a little bit, and I haven't even heard anything else yet, so I can barely walk on my own now.
But if Ashley's gone to Florida and you two are gone, who's gonna be here?
Well, I'm not going to go to
me?
Florida if they're leaving. That's I'm not going.
I don't want to stop you, Ashley.
My dad's an asshole, and his new girlfriend is just really trashy. I don't want to deal with it anyway. It's fine.
It's
I mean,
it's whatever. Sal and I can be here. It's fine.
there's Chloe and everyone else. Ritter kind of gestures back towards the wall.
Yeah. I'm sure they wouldn't mind, me. And she kind of just puts her head back into drawing and just goes silent.
I mean, I imagine there is nothing much left for us to do here with all of the Avani burned, and I just don't know what else there is for us here.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. There's nothing. Europe sounds great.
Then
It's mostly just to protect us, just because what happened.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to be here either.
you should go to Florida, Ashley. It's fine.
I don't have to go. The only cool thing down there is my cousin who does this weird roller skating thing. She said she'd teach me.
Well, that sounds good. Let me just finish saying there's nothing and no reason to be here. So, yeah, that's the end of it for now.
Yeah.
It's just for the summer, right?
Yeah.
Yes, just for the summer.
And with that, you start hearing another song, and the camera kind of pulls back as you all are just kind of sitting there quietly now, thinking about what the summer's going to mean. 'Cause you don't know. You just don't know. And on that happy note, we end season 2 of Little Busters. Roll credits.
As Cry Little Sister plays in the background.
Yes. Oh, wow. You all, and Will, I know you're here, and I know we're running late. I'm sorry. Thank you. You must be so tired. Just did amazing. Seriously. I'm floored by the story that you all told tonight, and with every episode that we played, starting all the way back in September. I don't even remember at this point. This is yeah, thank you. And thank you to everyone that has hung out with us
Oh my God.
this whole way through. You are all troopers, and we really appreciate your support. So I think we should take a moment though to defuse, if you guys would like, just for a couple minutes. Let's talk. Let's kind of think about some of the happier things that have happened in the campaign. and then,
Yeah, remember that time Darcy got a
talk about the
raptor?
future. Yeah, we didn't get to do that. I'm so mad. But I promise, like, I have that whole thing written. Like, I've done a Raptor story multiple times. Like, I really should just publish it at this point.
I have a plan for the beginning of season 3.
Show up and like beginning
You can start with that.
That's just how we open. It's fine.
Oh man. Oh my gosh. So, all right. How are you all doing? I know it got really, really violent. And sorry for the content warning, but didn't expect it to get that violent, but it is a good segue into more possibilities as to what the Tales from the Flood brings. The kitty wheels get ripped off for the next run. So, how you doing?
Regretting wearing mascara.
No, you're amazing. You're fine.
Yeah.
I feel great right now, but I feel like Michael's not okay. Michael, are you okay?
What are you doing, man?
I know I'm very, very happy with the season, and I'm very, very sad that it's over. Even though we're only taking like a couple weeks break, but still.
Yeah, but our kids are taking longer.
Yeah.
This has just been, this whole show and this whole season has been really, really, really important to me, just kind of personally. Like because of this show and all the people that I've met doing it, I've kind of had like a lot of personal growth that I did not expect. So thank you all for that. And I don't know what else to say because it's just gonna I'm not gonna be able to say it anyway. So.
Well, we love you, Michael. Like seriously, like your family. Like, yeah, we love you.
I love you guys too.
God damn it!
Feels why?
We're acting like someone actually died.
I need a tissue.
I don't know. I feel like Charcy's innocence died today.
Oh,
Yeah, let's mourn
I don't know.
Darcy's innocence.
That was
Oh my
intense.
god.
I am heartbroken for her right now. I'm just that's where I'm at. I am like, I knew she was gonna like, because we've talked and like I knew that she wasn't gonna be great for when things from the flood came. But guys, I didn't think it would start now. I didn't think I'd start. I didn't think this game would fuck her up. I thought it was gonna be me fucking her up. So
Yeah.
that's where I'm at.
She could be that. She could hit
Oh my
that goth
God.
phase. Like,
Yeah, no, she
for
is
real.
already She is not. She's already getting there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that last fucking
That's
scene
hard.
with the shooting. No. Oh my god.
I know.
Yeah, I did not expect you guys to go that route because I was going under the impression being like, well, I'm kind of not really in control at this point, so I can do whatever. But you guys, I was like, whoa, they're making like
I
some serious
know.
character choices. Like, wow, I have an excuse.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Like,
So
whoa.
much whoa.
I was not
Yeah.
prepared to let Darcy just be the only one shooting.
Which I
can't talk.
appreciate. It's all
Oh my
good.
god.
We're all
That
murderers now.
was a really touching moment
We're all murderers.
between the two of you.
Mhm.
So we'll do a real quick like what of this season has been your like most standout moment? We'll do that.
Oh God.
Ooh.
In the meantime, while you think, I'll talk for a moment. Again, I just want to thank Encounter Roleplay and Will for letting us play on your platform. Seriously, this was incredible, and thank you so much I also want to give a huge thanks to everybody in chat, especially folks like Snow Dogs and Gizmo Arts, and to Josie for sticking around with us for quite some time. Like Rugs Rat as well. Like you're just always here, tossing out some bits and making some weird stuff and some pretty.
And we also
got
to thank Navigator for all the fucking clips.
Oh my gosh! Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Navigator.
Personally.
Such a pro. Like, thank you.
I'd like
Oh
to
my
thank
gosh.
Voodoo for bringing me tissues.
Yes. Oh, it's so nice when you have real life people.
need that
Also, to shout out Janaya, who had joined us for her recurring role as Chloe. Thank you so much. That was incredibly impactful, and we do hope to see you again for season 3, and for the brief moment that we had Pro Restarter, who really seemed to still stick with us throughout the season with Daquan. Yeah, we thank you for your participation in this as well.
Daquan is like a growth. You just can't get rid of him.
Oh God, love Daquan.
They are our disaster European. Oh no, wait, we've got multiple disaster Europeans.
We have multiple disaster
There's
Europeans.
multiple now.
Yeah.
It's great. It's great. So who would like to go share their like standout moment first?
I'm gonna be selfish, and I'm gonna pick several moments. And it was every fucking scene that Silas and Ritter had in the basement when they were first like figuring it out, like from the nightmare to the other nightmare.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna pick, honestly. Like between that and the the whole like, oh, I don't want this, so what do you want? Like that was like,
oh my god,
pinnacle good quality shipping. And then like the giving of the gifts and whatnot is like super cute. So that was like our little beacon of light in all of the darkness for us.
That I just clung onto and milked for all it was worth.
As did I. We're both guilty.
It was so great.
Actually, I think that's kind of the standout moment for Darcy too, was actually the dream and just fighting her way kind of through that, because that, I think, as weird as it is, like that, knowing that she could fight through that dream kind of gave her the ability to fight the monster in the end, and then also straight up shoot somebody by the end of it. Like, who she doesn't think of them as a human, she thinks of them as Giovanni and thinks they're a monster. So I mean, that was her rationalization in her head, but she's got it in her head that she can fight monsters and kill them, which is great considering she's always believed in monsters. So I mean, now she just thinks she's like a monster slayer. It's great. That's, oh God, horrifying. But like, I think that was kind of her big defining moment.
Darcy's dream was the scariest one too.
Yeah, your reaction to it, like realizing that it was the nightmare at that point too, like was just great, and just yeah, that was a pretty memorable episode for me as well.
Yeah,
that was good.
That was a good one. That was huge. Yeah.
What about you, Britt?
I guess. Am I muted? I'm not.
No, you're good.
No, we hear you.
I mean, I can't help but think back to that first episode 0 where Silas and I are hanging out in that booth.
Oh my god.
Silas and I were never really close before. Like there were so many other kids, and I honestly kind of like antagonized Silas a fair bit. And so going from like, oh shit, we're the two here right now investigating this stuff. Oh, there's 2 other weird kids. Guess we gotta be more of a team, to like the batting cages.
I love the batting cages. That was such a good... Anytime that Ashley tried to ask about their relationship and Silas had no fucking idea what he was supposed to say.
Yeah, so I really liked that progression of taking that non-friendship from season 1 and going there. But then also the Ritter Ashley friendship was also very important to me, because we just sort of like started off, with the shopping, and then there was that hug scene, which was my phone lock screen for a little bit.
And yeah, like their relationship has had like a lot of like interesting like growth points and then like strain points as well. So I'm really excited to see how those two can develop in the future.
Well, sure. All I could think of when I was pointing the gun at you was when Ashley ran up and hugged you because she thought you had died.
Mm-hmm.
And then like seeing an alien in you, and then just like, no, there's no fucking way I'm going to threaten the fucking shit out of this alien until it gets out of my friend because I'm bad. Yeah,
I love
it. And the big sister dynamic with Darcy.
Yeah.
Just going from like the beginning with bringing her down to make her sign her name, and then to the dance, to the double shooting,
the double homicide.
Yeah,
usual bonding moments, right? Typical.
Yeah, between sisters.
Yeah. There's a different relationship that builds when you kill a guy. Just.
Well, it was also like coming from that like big sistery place of like, I don't want this burden to all be on you.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that was really big. Really, really big of Ashley. Mm-hmm. I'm reading the chat. They're kind of telling us about some of their favorite moments.
The family that plays together, stays together. Fact.
I want to talk about another favorite moment is the entire fucking D&D episode that we did last week.
Yeah, that was amazing. That was brilliant.
It was great. I hope that we'll do that again.
Presto Changeo is now what prestidigitation is for forever.
It is.
Prestintimidation
for forever.
For forever.
Preston changing.
David Bowie will forever be my dad.
God.
Oh, God.
So
oh, yeah, still unconfirmed whether my mother is a fucking witch or not, IRL, but all right.
We don't know.
We don't know a lot.
The Derricor, who's been named Jacob, told you that they were in your mom, and we don't know what happened to your mom. So, I don't know. Stay tuned. Season 3.
Oh my God,
Maybe
so there is
learn.
no Rebecca.
I know,
Sorry,
right?
this is a
joke.
This is a chat
there is no Rebecca
on stream. Whoops.
So I think we'll take a quick moment and just let everybody know who you are, where they can find you, and we'll go to sleep tonight. So Ashley, we'll go ahead. Oh, Britt. Go ahead.
I'm Britt. I go by Atomic Firebird, and be prepared to hear that a little bit more in season 3. Spoilers. That's it.
That's it?
That's it.
That's it.
All right.
That's
If anyone really cares, they can go to my Twitter. They'll see what I'm in. I'm in some other stuff. It's
Go
fine.
to their
It's
Twitter.
whatever.
Britt's got cool shit going on. Britt's a cool dude.
They have tons of cool stuff.
They're really cool.
It's whatever.
Do it.
It's whatever.
Hi everybody. I'm Michael. I've been Silas. I am the Dungeon Master and creator of the Dungeons, Dragons, and Dives podcast. This is a 5th edition podcast. It's very goofy. It's very silly. It's DD Dives Cast on Twitter. I'm going to plug my personal Twitter because I'm actually trying to use it from now on. It's just at Michael L. Bradley, which if you look at the Little Buster stuff, you'll find it eventually. I'm trying to be an actual person rather than a mouthpiece for my podcast. But yeah, thank you for all of this, and check us out on. Oh, thank you, Brett. Check us out on fucking Little Buster season 3 in a few weeks. and check me out. I'm going to be playing some upcoming games on the Jackal and Hare channel, which is Julian is one of the Jackal/Hare. And I'm going to be playing things from the Flood game that he's going to be running, and I'm going to be in Blood Debt, which is an amazing mafioso game that Jesse's going to be running. I'm very, very excited about that. That's it.
Sweet.
Natalie, Jules, whichever.
Oh, I was gonna say, wait, we're switching up the order. Normally goes in a circle.
Yeah, fuck the circle.
Go, Natalie, go.
Okay, hi, I'm Natalie. This dog has been Goober. Sorry for him tonight. He's been a goop. Also, I'm known as Chaotic Rogue. I do a bunch of things online as well. More importantly, so I've got a stream on Giroforce all this Saturday at 5 p.m. We're in a Guilds of Ravnica game. And then on Sunday on Gold Heart Gaming at 11 a.m. ET. I'm in Legacy of Eldrin, which is a D&D campaign in a homebrew setting, which is fabulous and wonderful. And then the other thing I do is I work for the Mage College. So we produce a whole bunch of 5e content. We've got a Patreon. There's some cool stuff that we came out with, an adventure on that actually recently that I helped write, which is cool. Anyways, so I'm doing a bunch of things. Plus Uncaged Anthology. I will never shut up about that. Sorry, not sorry. That's what I do. Follow me on Twitter. That's where my things are at. That's me.
Last but not least, Jules.
Yo. Super fun, super awesome. I'm glad for everything that we did in this season, and I look forward to the madness of season 3. You can find me over at triangle_art_JW on Twitter and Instagram. I am an artist by trade, but I also run and play games. You can find me playing Monster Hearts on Pro Restarters channel on Tuesday. And on this Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be emceeing our season finale. And we will see if our high schooler kids can make their way out of Purgatory High. So that is that, yeah.
All right. Well, thank you. Seriously, the four of you, like, for making this happen. You are all. This was fun. In the simplest of ways to explain that. Like,
Thanks, Dad.
I just floored by your. Oh God, I'm reading the chat talking about what season 3 should be called. Like Buster 3 Tokyo
Endgame.
Drift, Buster's 3 Electric Boogaloo.
Tokyo Drift, I think, is my fave.
Top donator names the next season.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And go.
Tweet out with the hashtag Busters so we can figure out what season 3 should be named. But
I stand by medium busters. Or not so little busters.
Not quite so little Busters.
You know it's going to be Gizmo, and you know it's going to be Busters 3 Hedge Harder.
Hedge Harder.
Oh no! On that note, my name is Nomadic. Thank you for joining us. You can hit me up on Twitter. I do a bunch of other things, but we're just going to go ahead and say good night. And thank you all so much again for joining us on this incredible adventure. And we will see you same time, same place in a couple of weeks, whenever season 3 starts. I don't know. Follow us and Encounter Roleplay on Twitter. We'll be there. Thank you all.
And Theorycraft, we want to hear your theories. Oh my god, it fuels us.
Oh, yeah.